Yep, we are live. If you guys can hear me, I just got the main thing up because I like to start all the shows with the main logo for the show because it shows better on the internet when the show is out there for streaming. But I'm Mr. Cedar Enforcer, aka Poppy, called a bad boy. As always, we play a few videos just to get ready before we get into the show. So I'm gonna just start out. I'm gonna just force you guys to listen to some of my trash rap music, and you'll just have to like it and just appreciate the trashiness of my hip hop. So let's get into that. Let me bring that up. We'll get that planned and we'll get the show organized and going. And we're going to be talking about our Philly person of the week. The Philly bio of the week is Miss Monet Davis, the young baseball player, female. We'll also talk about other stuff going on in major cities, news, all that. Sorry if you can hear the fan and other noise in the background, but I'm just getting slammed in for the show. So we'll get it up and going. And sorry for any troubles out there. I hope you guys are having a great day. Like, share, subscribe, and always check out the My Part of Town podcast, which is My Part of Town. Yeah. So that's how that goes. And I'm going to go ahead and get this up. Just put on some music and stuff. Since I always want to stick with fair use, I just stick with stuff I own. So I'm going to have to force you to listen to my crap. But whatever, right? I like it, I guess. So that's what's most important. All right, where are we going to start? What's a good song to start on? We'll start with the videos. Here we go. We'll start with the videos and then come back here, hit share, hit this, hit you, hit that, hit this, get rid of my logo that's on the main screen so people can actually see. There we go. Booyah. Get this up. What's the quality here? The quality is crappy. We want 720. Actually, let's go with 480.
Oh why, the lies you told me, oh why, I'm cold and lonely. Book me one time, babe, and I'll be yours forever. Just shake you out of my head.
Yeah, call the Tuesday whispers, battered in bitch niggas, pull up strong vehicular, the dripping hard ridiculous. Baby, stop holding my strap, I'm full energy of a cat, always be closing the track. Nah, man, the block is hot, 12 gun and block, don't shoot your shot. Ha, yeah, my baby, give it a cool. Balance and got it a rule. Protecting my baby a fool. The game is me knowing the blues. Ha, you're gonna lose, nigga, because you fucked around and slept in fucking stools, nigga. It ain't who you are, it's what you fucking do, nigga. You fuck niggas ain't never had a clue, nigga. I'm always on my Nick Cannon, call me Jill, nigga. Oh, what you figure, ayy? Oh, what you figure, ayy? Oh, what you figure, ayy? What you figure, ayy?
Oh why, the lies you told me, oh why, I'm cold and lonely. Book me one time, babe, and I'll be yours forever. Just shake you out of my head. Oh why, the lies you told me, oh why, I'm cold and lonely. Book me one time, babe, and I'll be yours forever. My tea's for two. That's you with the lovin' in me. My tea's for two. That's you with the lovin' in me.
Yo, the C-I-double-O-Z, come on and kick it with me. The scavengers love bottom feed. Just call me a guy for the sea. Don't you know who you are? Reincarnate energy from distant star. Fuck this, fuck that. Rather run and Jason tuck that. Things that make my babies buzz back. Wireless niggas take gats out your hand. Be so blind and got tricked by Obama plan.
That's you with the lovin' in me. My tea's for two. That's you with the lovin' in me.
Man, Jan, Tony, 2020, and a kick in the can. Pulling problems like fan, rocking Rosa like Dan. Swagger hoodies made for stopping another Ku Klux and Klan. Shit, fuck you niggas talking about. Always traveling in that bumpy route. God damn, man. Yeah, you niggas fucking it all. Pushing on them empty bodies. Stay on the call. It ain't over, little nigga, what the fuck you gon' do? Every day is due awakening, nigga boo-hoo. Jordan wanna put you in the face by year number 2. Jordan wanna put you in the face by year number 2. Jordan wanna put you in the face by year number 2.
90s for two. That's you with the loving in me. My T's for two. That's you with the loving in me. Drink. My T's for two. That's you with the loving in me. My T's for two. That's you with the loving in me. Drink.
Yeah, I'm really just looking for you. I'm really just looking for you. Know what you're doing, come bring it back. I've been here looking for you. I know.
This is a Ryan Little production.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you.
Yeah,
I'ma just be
touch these
calling
fucking
for
numbers,
you.
yo.
I'ma just be calling.
I'm looking, I
Can't
don't
wait
find
to
you,
see
man.
my baby
Where you at?
tonight.
Huh?
It feel
Yo, it's been
alright.
long for a fucking day.
Oh,
Yo, check it out.
I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for
Yo,
you. I'ma just be calling for you.
yo,
I'ma
yo,
just be calling for
yeah.
you.
Black trumpet don't play that. Long night, don't say that. Looking for my girl all night, and then keep it tight, and then I chill it back, and then I roll. Couple L's into the face, rolling back in like a mace. It's probably dancing and I chase. Then I go to the house and then I go to chill. I bring it back and then I ill. We keep it on so real. Rent my shoe. It's what I'm out there buying. I'm working hard then flying. Getting purchase, man. I'm crying. We go to the pain then I chill. I'm worried about I feel. I cry then I pill. I'm busting cats and I'm worried that. Don't worry about you gon' go back. My niggas locked till we get it done. We going out for our girls now.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling. Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you.
Every time I see that pussy go, drop it all the way on the floor. Bounce that ass one time. Booty so fat, yeah, it's going up now. DJ, yeah, he's smoking on that loud. So he know, she know. Tell a girl, telephone. Smoking on that lie, yeah, telephone. Yeah, that's lie. Yeah, we in there now, you know. Smoking on that joint, yeah, we in that zone. Got that weed by the pack, yeah, we in there smoking no whack. What you want? Yeah, we waxed up. Got the dab going. We smoking and we in and then we here going. We got your baby, yeah, she in there throwing pussy. Gon' back it up, she ain't shy. LA, yeah, to the shy. Back and forth, yeah, we do it. We smoking weed, yeah, we get it. We on that goo like hit it. A hippie nigga smoking. We on that thing, get it. We always skipping and I'm on the scooter trying to fuck your bitch. You smoking, yeah, I'm so lit, baby. I'm so lit, girl.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling. Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight.
to raw hardwood kicks. Niggas brain jumping wide to a higher gear. Black Wall Street boss got skin in here. Super nigga like it always bringing fucking fear. Bill Cosby Molly always coming on in here. Those drops, burn the house down. Can't remember shit but the 9/11 sound. Can you feel it? Huh? Yo, right? Huh? Yeah, tell my ass to get the rest. Yo, preparation child works the best. Huh? Keep the stomach hurt in the chest. Man, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Montreal tell me can't leave. Yeah, Skyfall be the residence. Rockstar life making heavy sense. I'm a ripping in the round, swerving on the toxic chin. Get it in. Many bitches love the hot scent. Just spoil your whole fix all your skins. Lips flapping in the breeze, heavy wind. Use your vinegar to tighten all your heavy grin. Chill it out, bitch.
Life a little cold on the streets. Smoking little trees, steady rolling on some D's. Even when I ride, you gon' see me. Married to the money like a boss, like a beast. Talk to him like
yeah, yeah, huh, yeah, yo, yeah, yeah, yeah. FDO reaction, get about my section. Thought hoes only, neither don't protect you. Drink flow lovely, thugs drink bubbly. This whole ugly, is that ass fat? Then she fucking busted, dog I need that. Real talk, bottom reals fucking niggas. Weak hearted then kill niggas. We too busy getting new nigga built, huh? 4 bitches in the water chillin'. It's party time, it's a nigga rhyme. Yo, we turn it up, we make it kill us. Tired of rolling cause we got these bitches and they feelin'. It's not cool, yeah, that's how we do. Leave a billion niggas down, you a second mile. Come on, bitch, what's good? Huh.
40 Triple D, 28 and 46 Booty.
You're fascinated, oh so fascinated. How my body takes your eyes for a ride. You're getting faded, oh so intoxicated. Off my sexy little TBS smile. Now lose control, don't fight it off. I got you now, against the wall. And now you can say no to me. I got you locked up without a key. Now take things off, don't pass your list. It's not an option, and I'm not waiting. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
Tell me some shit, huh? I got something to say, yo. Yo, it's your brother, got a brother, give my girl what she want. Like a ticking in the bed, it's time for smoking the blunt. That's a Maya, got the fire, time for lighting it up. Like I'm Tiger on the wire, keep my nuts in the cup. Baby Sophie always told me what the things she can do. Chicky bad, chicky hood, steady ride for the crew. Buenos dias to the bosses, what we yelling at you. Let's see doing some place in time for drinking the crew. Get on like some motherfucker, it's a party tonight. All my brothers grabbing, baby, ain't no time for the fight. Better drop the booty, mommy, just the way that I like. Body looking good and prices like you Jordan for night. I know who Puerto Rico, now my Mexicana people. Take a baby to the body, yo, we call it Cuban people. It's the better baby people. Let me see you.
Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
I'm a good girl, with a bad attitude. I'm not gonna bite you, that hard.
Now lose control, don't fight it off. I got you now, against the wall. Now lose control, don't fight it off. I got you now, against the wall. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
That's right, y'all. It's Myrie and Mr. C. We gonna bring this nasty sound straight to your town. You better turn out them lights when we come through, 'cause we gonna bring it.
Off of hell. That's cause my body's tethered with the fucking well. I always do the feelings that you niggas felt. I'm like the heavy scissors cutting on that felt. I'm always ripping shit and keeping niggas till. I'm busting shots like I'm nigga Tony Dell. Tony wet and wildin', niggas he be stylin' like I'm from the city, Shining Island. Everything I see is on the filing. Got my block babies out there tripping, clapping, hollering. Who your brother got about to get that back up on it? At the end of the truck, you know my word is always morning. Coming just like a beat that plays some content. Yo, my niggas up the content. For the stupid shit he's spitting, boy. Only for the righteous reason, yo, I'm hanging joy. Yo, my niggas call me on my certain day. It's B.A. nigga.
God damn it, those fucking niggas get away every time that son of a bitch is behind the wheel, and I'm sick of this
Certain
shit.
days see hey or hey or follow. Make you run into the place and when you screaming follow. Way too far from the place is shallow. Yelling screaming for my niggas that be getting followed. Man, to the crib, bottom cop boys, snitch traders, pimp fast niggas that be rocking gators. It's time for rearrangers of the druggy bangers. Time for trending on that spark and now you're joking rangers. Check up all that bullshit, they ain't joking. Cause my baby's cooking, that's why my heart is broken. They get what's top of me to break this open. Ha, man, because we ride out.
You know, I see what you're doing, and I'm gonna get high. I'm gonna have sex, and I just wanna shoot guns and curse and do everything you do. And I know I'm gonna be fine, but I really wanna go do my life, Dad. And I wanna be just like you, Mom. You too, Mom. All of you. I wanna be like
We ride out,
people
man.
I don't know. I love you all.
We ride out, man. And all my mom, we ride out, man. Damn, the baby said we ride out. Yeah, and all it takes to stop it. We ride out, man. Raw, man. We ride out, man. And all my mom, we ride out, man. Damn, the baby said we ride out. Yeah, and all it takes to stop it.
Yo, strike me down if I don't catch a mill off these beats. Strike me down if the city don't kill 10 cats a week. Strike me down if I can't get this paper to eat. Strike me down if I don't split the heads to the meat. Strike me down if I can't get this rampage this month. Strike me down if I can't get the weed from my blood. Strike me down if I can't drink enough to kill pain. Strike me down if I can't stop from clapping these lanes. Strike me down if I can't strike the ones by the bush. Strike me down if you ever catch me sober, no kush. Strike me down if I can't keep Obama from clan. Strike me down if I help Illuminati with plan. Strike me down if I can't get this weather on first. Strike me down if I can't get this liquor the thirst. Strike me down if you ever catch me acting like copy. Strike me down, can't keep my phone like Mr. Gaddafi. Strike me down.
Man, sometimes you just gotta put your hands up to the sky, give it to the Lord, give you the steering wheel so he can take you to that place. And if it don't happen, it's just not my destiny. It ain't guaranteed, nigga. So stand up.
Strike me down if I don't run the game like a Don. Strike me down like I'm getting money, chopper Guzman. Strike me down if my thunder chick ain't always the baddest. Strike me down if I get a ice to fuck her in Paris. Strike me down if the government don't cash out this game. Strike me down if I ain't selling swagger cocaine. Strike me down if I ain't always coming with power. Strike me down, never been the grill, baby face shower. Strike me down if I ever claim Republican power. Strike me down if I don't coach like Billy McCower. Strike me down if your bitch ain't always leaving with me. Strike me down, we the future, motherfucker who you be. Strike me down if the block ain't filled with haters and freaks. Strike me down if it's worth the moving for a few weeks. Strike me down if I can't get this hustle up quick. Strike me down if I can't just detect it real dead.
Man, in this lifetime, life is just like a baseball game. You got 1, 2, 3 strikes before you out. And if we all strike out in the midst of this bad economy, we gonna strike out for every mother, woman, child, and man out there doing what they do. And you better fight hard, focus, and keep your eye on the ball of life, man. Or you really gonna have some problems down the road. Listen to your boy, it's Gutter Fam, Winky G's, all kind of shit. And you better understand that this is for you and not for me, but for us.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. All right. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. All right. Say it again. Say it again.
Speak louder than words and I can hear y'all talking. I put a price on your head like a fucking function and make you dig your own ditch and build your own coffin. I'm so official, I don't need a fucking whistle. I got money for you, man. Cry your river, hit some tissue. Double XL, you niggas never been an issue. I kidnap your ass and been nobody ever miss you.
Gutter, that's gutter shit, nigga. Gutter, that's gutter shit, nigga. Gutter, that's gutter shit, nigga. Let's believe my nigga gave these fucking niggas get them.
See, I got what you're looking for. Coming out the dealership, box or C4. And I'm popping that shit raw. Coming through your door like it's Monday Night Raw. Rapping for that stack, coming straight back from war. Now I'm on that shit with that fucking wine pour. On the road to riches, getting money, swinging hollers. Looking on that shit, so I can see the fucking galaxy. Flying on this shit, fly high in the champagne. Something like an eagle. Spread my fucking wings when I'm on some other shit. I think like Shaolin, studying my technique. Kick you with that flow. Hit you with that shit cause you a G, I fucking show. I hit you with that shit to let you niggas see it flow. And now I see an FO, 9210. All a nigga when I'm coming for that party, here we go. Coming for that dough, I'm coming for that paper. About to fucking break in, got the fucking make. I'ma give it up. Just like a whore on a fuck 12 o'clock night, we can get it more.
Late night, it's like on the night shift. Fuck around and watch me pop it off and hit it off in this bitch. Wanna talk like they got it locked, cock it back, bang, got. You know how we do it every day. These niggas call cops, 9/11 ass nigga. I ain't talking about September the 11th. Them niggas going to heaven. Fuck y'all niggas are coming with things out. These niggas is talking shit like they wanna be ganged out. Alright, blood or crip or blood. Fuck y'all niggas. Take us out, you a slug. It don't matter how you see it, cause I'm automatic with it. I ain't give a fuck about you niggas, I'm about my business, nigga. Please, don't make me squeeze what you want ease. Niggas trying to fuck around with these niggas from these streets. East sider, say what you want, but you won't survive tonight. Nigga, it's murder by no numbers. Niggas, I'm making numbers. Fuck around, watch me come up like the thunder. Nigga, it's getting kinda crazy. Niggas talking like they real. Bunch of crack babies trying to fuck around with the bill.
Yeah, chilling with the fucking bill. Mississippi super nigga drunk and fucking ill. I'm leaning off the gin and I come fucking trill. I do it for my niggas, call me Todd Pinker. Cause you're catching things like a drinker. Get so much brain, bitch, call me
fucking thinker. Got my main straining. Mr. Call the super nigga, have your blood draining to the floor. It treat you like a hooker or a nigga. Owe me dollar, cause I never scream and holler for them niggas. Uchi wallet, poppy collar, make you follow. Yeah. Damn, die in your fucking lie. Mr. C, you super nigga, be that black guy. Yeah. I smack a bitch in the eye cause she owe me money and that pussy. Always make her body screaming cause it's heavy gushy. And I smack a bitch in a fat chunky tushy. Cause I'm steady bugging. Mr. C is thugging off the brain is freestyle. The poppy call the super nigga calling me style. I be wild on the block. I got them niggas tucking Glock and throwing rocks at tanks. Yo, I do it for my niggas and they say shit thanks. Cause they give it to that poppy collar setting them free. And I do it for my niggas best to call me to see. Or I break you down and take you down and make your ass pee.
My nigga me, straight out of the gutter, type of brother that'll shoot at your brother, scoop your baby mother, smother, have my bag, my butter, my mag, a lot of words when I'm out of words. No rap, I real clap. Check my rap sheet, I stack heat, 350, 65 days. All I do is reinvent myself. So many hits, I'm like a fiend. I need help myself. Behind shit, gasoline, I can melt myself. Profit off a bean, I'm about my wealth. Guys, if it's this game, I ain't by myself. Just apply myself so I can buy myself. Top shelf, I'm straight. Like a hot dope, 88 round belt since 88. Flow heavyweight till my soul levitate. Fuck gold, I'm at a platinum page. Keep the magnum just in case a nigga want his phantom lace. Catching while he coming out the tanning place. And damn his face, cause the mag got a hell of a kick. And I know niggas mad, I got a hell of a spit. When I was back to a hell of a fit. Made a vow to blow before I'm out of my 20s. Had one to go, now I'm 30. So you know I'm in the studio hitting a boot for like I used to hit niggas coops up. Gotta get this loot up. Game like a new smut that I gotta dig out. I've been hot ever since they took Big out. Pop 2, hip hop's official. I used to pick locks with issues, smoke rocks with pistols. Now I make beat rocks. See yo, this move.
I done too much to turn back, and I done too much to go on. I guess in the end.
Let one more video play.
My grandpa asked me one time if I care whether I live or die. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we'll finish it up on this one. We'll start after this video.
Yo, pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, use a bunch of faggots. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, use a bunch of faggots.
Out the car jumping, looking cool as hell. You pussy niggas fuck with me cause I be the hell. That be coming fire, hit you like a lighter. Smack you in your face, tell you that I'm sire. Be the God king, you better worry about me. Be the God's son, you better never doubt me. I bust some shots from the head, better run and get me. And take it back to the crib and have your sister hit me. On the tip of my nuts, be the place she's sagging. Don't worry about that bitch ass cause it's fucking dragging. Got that pussy wagging like a dog's tail in the breeze. All you bitch niggas never do it when it's fucking easy.
Baddest bitch on grip, of course you hate it, use a bunch of faggots. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip, of course you hate it, use a bunch of faggots. Of course you fucking hate it, you bitch fucking nigga. You hate real pussy and you hate real triggers. You never fucking popping, you never body dropping. You always acting in the corner, fucking steady whopping like it's 80s, nigga. Nah, dog, it's 2000 something. You better get your shit right cause the guns is bumping. Got my niggas jumping down the street. You getting wild, they all them fucking fiends in the street style. You better worry about it cause it's coming to your house. We take it like the niggas take that coke down south. But don't worry about it, we always scream and shout it. I always do it for the rowdy niggas never die. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, use a bunch of faggots. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hate it, use a bunch of faggots.
I get a fucking car and I look around. I see pussy niggas that be getting down. Fucking spending money on these hard bitches coming to the street and killing bread. I be wild bitches, serious, count about and get ready. Bitches coming, all my niggas on the street and steady running. it hard. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yo, pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hating it, you's a bunch of faggots. Pull up in the whip, baddest bitch on grip. Of course you hating it, you's a bunch of faggots.
It's been muted this whole time. All right, it's showtime once again. Welcome to this show, the My Party Town podcast. I'm Mississippi Force, aka Poppy called the Bad Boy. It was all muted before when I said it. I said it's so cool too. But shout out to all the people that's coming through, checking out the show. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Looks like one of my guest hosts are sliding up in there, got Bowles sneaking up in the spot. Right on time, just as the talking begins. This is the only time you really need him. We don't need him until we start talking anyway. So it's perfect timing, Bolo. Perfect timing. That's what's going on. Of course, anybody watching, like, share, subscribe, especially send this to people that you don't like, because that's the best way to get the show to spread. Hatred makes things grow. Excellent. So what's going on with you? I got also my guest host right here, Mr. VMT, aka Bolo M. Tautology, Bolo, damn modulus tautology, some scary end of the world ass name. And he in the house. What's going on with you, sir?
Yeah, man. I'm leaving the hate alone, man. I ain't got time for that damn hate.
There it is. You fresh off a nap?
Yeah.
Ain't no wrong with that.
Going out.
Gotta get your rest, man. So I always do wrap up stuff. So what's been going down?
Well, they called me in tonight, and I ain't going. Like, they wanted me to work 6 till 2 in the morning.
Jesus.
I was like, nah, I'm good. You know what I
mean? Man, I can't even do that no more. I could do that when I was younger. I might have been like, yeah, but now at this age, I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Right, I might do it. Boy, I start yawning.
I might do it tomorrow because, just to get a buck. They tried to they
money.
Yeah, it's it ain't they bid. So so what was that, Monday? One of these days they asked me, they wanted me to work till 3 in the morning.
Ooh.
But they boosted the amount because it was in the middle of North Philly till 3 in the morning.
They're like, yeah, you might die, so we're gonna give you extra $3.
I mentioned it on Monday, and BS was like, "That's down the street from my house. So what are you trying to say?" It's like, yo,
hey, I'm just trying to say,
I ain't what I'm trying to say. Nobody, you don't even work. He don't even want to work
it. Right. Is it at and this is a different place than you've been working?
It's the same place, but it's different locations.
Oh, so okay.
It's all related to the different apps. Like you can just show up for different jobs. You're using the app.
No, it's crazy to me because it's just crazy. It's just, I don't know. That just seems like, it reminds me of those security jobs. You ever had homies that work security gigs?
Uh-huh.
You ever notice how they was having a steady gig, then all of a sudden they say, oh, I lost my post, or they took me off the post, or they switched me up, and now I'm going from working like the perfect hours to working all night or something crazy.
Yeah, it's similar to that. But now it is like, it's literally an app on your phone. So they want you to be security here one night, or you can work over here, or you can, you know what I mean? But it's not just security. It's just like you can be security one day. I can do deliveries, the next day. I can,
Yeah, no,
whatever.
it's kind of like they've turned all you guys into the Mexicans outside of Home Depot.
Exactly. But now they hired all the Mexicans.
Well, you hear the people that's the migrant workers or whatever they call them. They're like, yo, we want a job. We want a job so we can work. I was like, yeah, wait until you get these bullshit ass jobs with these shitty salaries. You're going to be like, man, fuck these jobs, hoes. But I think that's the whole trick. Because if you ever notice, and I keep telling this, and I'm sure everybody is noticing this, I'm not the only person, but everywhere I go, no matter what city, no matter what part of the city, I would say almost 70 to 80% of the businesses have a hiring sign up. Have you noticed that?
Every city has a hiring what?
No, every like business almost that you pass by nowadays, if you really pay attention, has a "we're hiring" sign up.
Oh yeah, they definitely say that.
It's like even if they may not be taking people walking in, they still like the sign is up for a reason.
Yeah,
it's real interesting.
But they most of them use the apps now too.
Yeah, because they basically, I mean, I guess their logic is they keep the sign up as long as they don't have any permanent employees, and if they decide to actually pick somebody up permanent, they take it down.
Yeah, but fam, they all using the apps now.
Yeah,
I had one, they and they was paying some pretty good money. I guess it was doing the inventory thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it hit me, and it was like, all right, you want to do some inventory? And I was like, all right, and it was like a good amount. I guess they was hesitant because it was like $200 for for an 8-hour shift or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And I was like, all right, I'll go do that real quick. It was down the street from my crib, but they wanted me to send a picture of myself, what I was looking like, because some people are. They straight living in their cars, and they'll show
yeah,
up.
but going from the asking you to make sure they're not bringing like a homeless person in.
Yeah, but they are kind of homeless,
I mean, most people are. I mean, nowadays people got that van life thing. Most people are even kind of living like that now.
Yeah. So to make sure I was legit or whatever, they wanted a picture. But I ain't never put the picture in, so they canceled. I guess they was nervous, but they still paid me $100 for accepting the job because of my status,
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. I got paid $1 for doing nothing.
Right. Shoot. Yeah.
So the app knows me, so they keep me on there. But then I'm saying that they in competition with other apps, and the people jump from app to app anyway.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. This whole, but that's also why we talked about that before. That's how it looks good as far as unemployment, the unemployment rate. So that's what he bragging about. But it's like people getting, they hiring 100 people a day and firing 120 every day.
Dang. Yeah, that is the game. Oh, I'm messing with the van life stuff and whatnot. So, anything else going on?
Sound like you transforming. Yeah, man. It's a whole
van life, and people kind of. Can you hear me talk when I be talking or no?
Yeah. It starts transforming. Like I was trying to make sense of what you were saying.
Oh yeah, it's probably because if you see me like looking at the screen and it starts doing that probably means I'm bringing up another web page. Okay. So you can most likely expect some sort of borging as it is loading the page.
Okay.
So that's all it is. But no, I was saying you was talking about the people living and being homeless and stuff like that. I was going to bring up a van life video we can watch about Philadelphia. But no, what else was you saying about it?
No, I mean that's the general gist of it. Like I've been meeting people that live in a little Volkswagen beetle bus or whatever, and that's their home. But they actually got a house and they trying to sell it, and they just love going up and down the. Like, he was an interesting guy to meet, you know. And I was like, I bet you got a lot of cash in the bank.
Well, give us a little more in-depth story about. I guess he sounds like what you would call a van lifer almost. Give us something.
Like, what else is there to give about him?
I don't know. You said he was interesting. I figured you talked to him on.
Yeah, he was there. This was a couple months ago. He lived in a Volkswagen van. He's going up and down the East Coast. He has a house that he's trying to sell, but he just enjoys going, you know, city to city and working. You know, work for these gig apps and stuff, and meeting people and just living like a nomad. You know.
Interesting.
So,
it's like the Wild Wild West almost.
Yeah, he's a clean guy. You know, just that, you know, he seemed like he just like living on the road. He's you know, he's in his he's in his elderly. He was like maybe 10 years older than me, like 65 or so.
Yeah, it's like it's retirement.
Yeah, so he's retiring doing that. You know, kids are all grown. He, you know, don't have a wife or anything. So just enjoying the life like that. That's kind of what Bobby was doing. Bobby was doing the same thing.
Yeah, I remember he was saying he was doing something like that. Then I remember he had a place to live, but I remember he was talking about doing something like that. But I remember he was like traveling around working in different places, huh?
Yeah, he was guiding trucks up and down the West Coast, or the East Coast, and you know, working in city to city. He was coming to visit us. You know, come live with me for 2 days or whatever.
Yeah,
and then go back. You know, down south or whatever. You know.
Oh, excuse me. That's dope. That's dope. No, I thought about it a couple of times myself. I was like, dang, I would kind of want to do that because I love to travel. But I was like, yeah, all the message just comes with having a car and a vehicle. That's the headache part for me and whatnot. Because it seems all cool. So you got to do repairs and all the mileage and the gas and all that, and whatnot. And then just the inconveniences. But if you got like a dope built out whip, is pretty cool. Did you meet anybody else at these gig apps that was doing it besides that guy?
Yeah, there's a couple. You know, they don't. He was the only one that was open about it. You know,
okay. Because they don't want to seem homeless or something.
Yeah, like this guy was like, I live in my Winnebago or whatever it was. You know.
Okay. Well, shoot. Well, speaking of that can be our first topic. I usually start with Philly sports, but we'll do that later since we talked about van life. I found a video from the New Jersey Outdoor Adventures channel, and it's a couple living full-time van life in Philly. So I figured let's see what it is like to live in a van in Philadelphia, right? Let's check it out. Let me get this bad boy up here.
The Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Very excited to have Roman and Laura back on the channel. You know them from Venture Customs. Well, today they're going to give us a tour of the van that they live in full time. So join us.
Like this. Outdoor Adventures. Now, Bolo, have you ever actually considered this as an option?
Nah.
You like, hell nah, bro. When I was younger, or maybe when I'm like really old, but I would just want to live somewhere far out.
Hey guys, I'm Roman.
And we're from Venture Customs, Philadelphia's camper conversion company. And this right here is our Sprinter 170 that we are currently living in full time. We've been in here full time since December. We park out in Philadelphia.
This is our third van now that we built for ourselves.
What do you think it would be like to be like married or have a wife and this be like what y'all living in all the time?
She got to be very special.
Use. We traveled North America 5 years ago in our first van, and this is now like the result after studying countless builds and stuff like that, and then plus trying out new things. This housing market also, it's the move to just move into a van
Look
again.
nice though.
And we had this van actually
I like
started
these videos.
the company. We just didn't have time to build, and it would just be like right after work we would build it, you know, here and there, use scrap parts, try to save
You know
some
what I always
money here
find
and there, and this is like the result.
The people I noticed that talk about these, do you ever watch these videos about the people that like build out trucks and vans that are on YouTube?
I used to do the mini home ones, mini house ones.
Okay, it's the same concept.
Yeah.
Did you ever notice the people that get to do this, they don't be like no broke ninjas. They be like, yeah, we had a job, and then I used my dad's factory because he had all the equipment there, and we built it afterwards. We spent about $110,000 on it in a year. Da, da, da. I'm like, you got kids? What kind of jobs you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of family you come from? Your dad got a garage. They got the equipment that you could cut the whole top of a bus for free. And this is a whole conversation I need to have about African Americans, and I need to unify the community because this my Caucasian. You ever notice they ain't never black?
Nah, we got other kind of issues, you know.
Man, they got extra time, cuz this is the freedom. This is the freedom of it all. You better conquer somebody, Bolo.
It's still not 100% finished. It probably never will be. So living in the city, in the van, we live in Philadelphia, Northeast. We only went downtown a couple times. This van is pretty plain on the exterior. Not many people know about van life on the East Coast, especially in Northeast Philadelphia area. So this thing just fits right in. You know, if you have the doors open, people are always coming up and like, what is this? And have no idea what van life is most of the time. So it's just mind blowing, and it's awesome to see people like get introduced to this like right here, right on the spot, and they're just like mind blown that we're living out of this small space. And I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just stay in this van than like, I don't know, a house or my friend's place.
We don't get bothered a lot because a lot of the time we do have a construction vest and a hard hat that we put in the front there, so people don't really bother us. But we are really lucky because Roman's mom has a 3-part lot. We park up at Venture Customs HQ a lot as well, so we're pretty lucky. We have a lot of parking spaces in Philly, so
anywhere you want pretty much. And pretty excited for the summer. We can like go to Jersey Shore and go
Poconos,
up to Vermont, Poconos.
Yeah.
And this is a really good idea for us, especially because we don't get many weekends.
You know, Bolo, I don't want to sound racist, but only white people go to Vermont.
Go to Poconos?
Allegedly. Oh, no, I've been to the Poconos before, so I can't say nothing about it. And I remember cats from my neighborhood who said, yeah, we going up to the Poconos. And then, you know, Negroes go there for the ski trips and then shoot up the place. So we get there, but how many niggas you said, hey, we're going up to Vermont? Sounds like a no. No.
We work 24/7, so
Allegedly,
when we get like that 20-hour gap to possibly get away and do something,
might be
like
KKK
we don't
rallies
take
up there.
reservations or anything. So we just pop out of the city and go somewhere in the mountains or to the shore.
Yeah.
But overall, in like the city living van life, as far as van life, it's been pretty easy, especially if you have a nice place to park, especially if you have a nice place to plug up, and if you have short power, then you can have this as like a base camp, and you know, have a car that you and your partner just use to get to work and to run errands around, so you don't have to bring your van. If it is a longer van, this is like what, 20.
Did you hear what he just said, Bolo?
No, I missed
it. What did he just say that I'm tripping over?
I'm missing what you're saying. It's static.
Oh, it's breaking up?
Yeah, it was breaking up.
Oh, I was saying, can you hear the video at all?
No, I heard him, but he's running so fast. I didn't catch what made you stop it.
Oh, well, what he was saying is that you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn the quality down on this video to 240. That way, so it'll be easier to stream. He was saying that, especially if you got like this can be like your base camp and you have another car to like go do other stuff with. And again, I'm just thinking to myself, who has already a regular place to live, right? You're working, you got your job, but then you can buy a big ass utility van, pimp it out with about $100,000 of home stuff, maybe $60,000 in your free time when you're not working, right? You don't pay somebody to do it. You got free time yourself somehow to do it. What 8-hour to 12-hour working person, right? And then they might even have a little side whip for little side excursions. Who are these people?
They rich, man.
22 feet, this man. So it doesn't fit in every single small parking spot. So having a smaller car to just go and run around
as a
daily. Yeah, but driving this thing around, I don't have any issues with it either. Welcome to my house. I want to give you a quick idea of what the layout is. We have swivel chairs up in the front, and storage up top, and big storage box here, some up there.
We have our center galley kitchen right here, our large isotherm fridge, full wet bath, dinette area right here, and this is our Happy Jack loft bed that we'll show you in a second.
So now that you saw the layout, let me go through some more details. This is a white top adventure storage. In this cockpit area, we custom upholstered diamond stitching from a custom upholstery shop to finish up our seats. They stuffed it a little bit also to make it more comfortable for the long rides. Upgraded head unit system, and everything else is pretty much a standard Sprinter setup. We put swivel adapters on both the seats. This one is from Pocono's Metal Works in the mountains in Pennsylvania, local guys. This one is just a universal swivel. And underneath this seat, we have the Webasto 2000 STC heater. It has the little control module and the altitude sensor that we have in the upper cabinet. We'll get to that later.
So pause it right there. And BAS, we see you up in the house. What's happening with you, sir?
Shit, man, I'm over here watching that fucking video y'all got going on and shit. What's up with y'all?
Nothing, man. Chilling. Same old
Shit,
stuff.
I need one of them fucking vans myself and shit. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
no, because Bolo was talking about it because, you know, he do the gig app shit, right? So he said he met a nigga like this. He said the dude has a crib somewhere else, but he drives up and down the East Coast in a whip like this, and he does the little jobs like Bolo does. So he drives around the country. So I said, well, let me look this shit up, and I found this one, and I guess this guy and this chick, they're up in the Northeast. So she like, yeah, people don't expect it in Northeast Philly, but we be all up over there and shit. So they right up there by Kensington and shit.
I know a young boy that do that shit right now, dog. Like, he really fucking living on the block, trapping and shit up that motherfucker and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie, I always wanted to do that shit, get one of them vans and just travel with shit. Like, why not? Or not, just have that shit parked on the block and just that'd be the fucking spot to chilling and shit.
Yeah.
Make that shit to a gambling spot or something and shit.
Yeah, we'll be off the chain. I have a new obsession with these little videos lately. Like, I'm trying to see, like, damn, what is a cheap way I can do it, but still be kind of comfortable? Because, you know, you want to have a mobility, but you still want to be able to kind of sit down and chill like you're almost in the crib when the joint is parked. You know what I mean?
Shit, I had that shit looking like a whorehouse and shit.
Strip bars and shit. Let's see what else is. Let me skip some.
What's up with y'all?
Nothing. We heard enough of this video.
Doing it, yo.
So yeah, same old stuff and whatnot. Bolo out here running the streets. They want him to work to 62 in the morning, like I think he working at a strip club. I know.
Yo, Bolo, man, me and my son sat there and watched that fucking Oppenheimer shit last night.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, the joke about the fucking the bomb and shit. Bro, all right,
give us an Oppenheimer review.
Let me tell you like this. It was a good movie. It was all right. You feel me? But don't expect that shit to have a lot of action. It's 3 hours long, and then it goes into like parts where it go black and white, and then into color type shit. But it had a lot of fucking stars in that bitch and shit. But it was all right. But it's one of them Jones you gotta sit there and really listen to what's going on and like open your mind to the shit that was going on back then and shit. But you know, one thing I noticed about watching that 3-hour movie last night, I did not see one fucking black person or fucking Hispanic person, right? Bro, I ain't see nothing, bro. Like, bro, not even in the gas station. Not at all, bro.
Not even in the gas station.
But it was alright though. But don't expect it's one of the movies that's like I said, it's gonna open your mind to the shit that was going on back then and shit.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you start when you get to the end. When you get to the end, you be like, "Damn, the government really ain't shit."
Yeah.
So I don't want to go into more detail than that and shit. But it was alright. Anybody like if you like that kind of shit, it was alright though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about
The only thing I didn't like, and I told my son this shit last night, that it didn't show when they did that shit in Hiroshima and shit in Japan.
They said it was gonna show like when they did it in the courtroom.
Yeah, fucking, they didn't show that part and shit, but the reaction that they did afterwards when they did it and shit, that was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But it was alright though. Like I said, it was no black people, no Spanish people in that bitch.
Oh no, they ain't got no plans on that. That's when America was great, according to them.
And the closest thing to a black person on that movie was a communist, because everything was about communism.
He's a commie.
But it was alright though.
That's all good. Comrade. He was comrade soul brother and whatnot. That's hilarious. Well, that's cool. What else been going on?
Shit, bro. First of the month, you already know.
Right.
Shit, I was banging that song earlier, fucking Both Thugs and Harmony drum.
Right. The classic.
Yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be the 3rd, so you know a lot of people gonna get their checks tomorrow too and shit. But I'm off, but I'm willing to go in tomorrow because it's the 3rd, you feel me?
Yeah. Might as well get it while you can get it. Right there.
Today was a lot of fucking cops in the street just pulling people left and right and shit.
Oh.
So I had to put.
It's probably because it's the last month before the end of another quarter, because I think the next quarter starts in September. So it's every 3 months. So it's the 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and end of the days before they switch over to a new quarter. All the cops and everybody else out there, their bosses are pressing them to meet all their quotas right now.
But my thing with that shit, right? I understand what you're saying, but these fucking cops are pulling over the wrong, not the people that fucking eat a stop. They don't even eat a stop sign. It's just random shit. But you got these motherfuckers racing on Broad Street with these piece of shit fucking Hellcats and shit. But they don't do nothing about that.
Right.
Literally starting accidents and shit. They don't do nothing about that.
Right.
But you know.
Maybe it's their strategy to try to cut down on the violence, like almost like that stop and frisk, but they're like doing it in cars.
Stop the violence, bro. Violence always gonna be up. You know that.
Oh well, yeah. You know my whole rule is I tell people you can't stop the violence with more cops and more stuff like that. You got to stop that shit with like stuff to make niggas not want to do violence, like jobs and opportunity and shit like that. You know what I mean? If a nigga can get a job for $25, $30 an hour working at a factory, he wouldn't be worried about robbing nothing. You know what I mean?
But you know what it is with the cops,
you're 19. You don't gotta have a hospital, huh?
Like all the cops, all they want to do is fucking go for the big bust and shit, not worrying about the little shit that fucking really do damage out here and shit. You feel me? Motherfuckers getting robbed, but they want to fucking go after a nigga that fucking selling a brick or something and shit. Yeah. They're all about getting their stripes nowadays.
Yeah, because all their stuff is motivated by the politicians ahead of them, because the politicians ahead of them, they don't get a lot for catching people with a bunch of switches or ghost guns or something, I guess. But what they get a lot for is they get a big drug buster. They can put it on TV and lay it on the table, take a picture and be like, yeah, we did this. That's why you should vote for me. I'm DA such and such. You know,
I remember when they did that dumb shit to me and shit, when they put me on the news and they did that same shit, bro. Bro.
What?
They really thought they did something and shit. No, cause they did that shit to me and shit. They put me on the news and they did that same thing where they found all the shit and they put on the table and shit.
On the table.
So, you know, like, that shit dumb, bro.
Like, I really thought y'all was doing something. It's like, look, man,
They had me looking like Pablo Escobar out this bitch.
That's classic. I wish we could find that video. That would be hilarious to watch right now.
I can find the article, but I can't find the video, the actual news clip of that shit.
Yeah.
I know my mom said she saw it on the Spanish channel and shit. That shit fucked me up when she told me that shit. She said that she actually saw that shit. It was like a quick joint, like you know, they brought it up and they just fucking went to the next thing after
Kept
that
it
and shit.
moving and whatnot. I'm trying to roll this damn L myself. Anything else going down?
Other than that, really ain't much going on and shit. You know what I mean? It's nice as shit tonight. It's not hot. It's fucking nice as shit out here tonight.
Like perfect, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit better, but it's still hot as a goddamn here. But not tonight. It's nice at night. I will say that.
Bro, I'm getting tired of the fucking gas stations with this fucking summer blend bullshit, bro.
What happened?
Fucking the gas stations, bro. They going crazy with these gas prices again, bro. They act like that summer blend shit.
Mm-hmm.
They literally went from fucking like, let's say for example, like they went from $3.80. Then the next day it was like $4.10, like a whole fucking 30-cent increase and shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They use that summer blend bullshit, and then they still got that war going on in Ukraine where we're messing with pipelines and stuff like that. And so then that gives other cats an excuse to raise the price because we got to get it from a different place. And if you heard, Joe Biden and them just gave approval to start digging for oil in Alaska and all that. So they trying to like compensate.
You know, he got parts of that shit if he does it.
Well, you know, with him and his son, man. I'm just trying to party with Hunter Biden one night. I think we'd be up till the sun come up.
Yo, I was watching a clip last night, but the boy Umar, bro, that we were talking about on Monday and shit.
Yeah, Dr. Umar, yeah.
Bro, he is fucking off the chain with the shit he be saying, bro. I was like, damn, I watched like a 5-minute clip and shit.
Yeah,
bro, he sound like he want to start a fucking racial war out this bitch.
Yeah, and he's a Philly boy, you know what I'm saying? That's Dr. Umar. He's the pro-black, except when that big booty starts.
He from Philly?
Huh? Yeah, he from the crib. He went to Millersville. Bolo's brother went to the same school. He went to Millersville. He from Philly. He a Philly boy. His school that he trying to build is over there in Delaware because he couldn't get a spot in Philly. Yeah, he's a straight Philly boy. He like, I don't know if he's from South or North or something like that, but he's a Philly boy. He not from like Uptown or something or the burbs. He's like from South or North or West or some shit.
He went to Scotland, yo.
Oh, he was a smart one, huh?
Nah, that's the military joint.
Okay, yeah, like I said, he ghetto. He a nigga. Like, oh my wow.
Yeah, my brother went there.
As he should.
Bro, he was on some shit. I was like, damn. Cause I seen clips of him, but I never really got to listen to the shit like I did last night. I was like, damn, bro, he was really on some shit.
Yeah, when Umar is doing this thing, he bout it, yo.
He went to Scotland with Reese and then went to Millersville with Il Product.
Yep.
Well, Reese was already out of Scotland by then, but he went there with some friends of mine. They went to, I went to college with.
Yeah.
So he's part, that
man gonna get assassinated. Watch.
That's what we need to do. We need to
do they playing the shit out of him right now.
Well, because he did this thing with Sukihana, he wanna try to fix Sukihana. That's his new thing.
You know what that is? That's tricking when it goes wrong. That's what that means. That's what that was and shit.
Well, Umar had a controversy with a girl that was called the Conscious Stripper, where he was trying to smash on her, and then she blew him up by sending out on the text. He's like, I'm just trying to rub on that fat ass. And then now he'd be like, consciousness. He's like, it's politics over punani, consciousness over cunnilingus. He like,
but you know what? You know what be funny? You know what's funny about that boy though?
Huh?
Yeah.
He talk all that white people shit, but he the type of to probably marry a white woman too.
Nah, that's the one thing.
Yeah, I mean, what Umar is completely against that. Umar is one of the guys that, if you look for some of his other videos, Umar is actually known as they call him a racist because he's like he says that black people shouldn't marry white people. Like we should only marry people of like African-ish descent, the Latinos, everybody like that. That's like you got some African root in you. But he said if you ain't got no African root, Umar say don't fuck with the white. He said, how you gonna date your oppressor? Because when you die, she gonna get your money. Like he's still mad at Kobe.
And he's a polygamist.
He mad at Joel Embiid for marrying that Brazilian chick.
Yeah. He's a polygamist, man.
He's not really a polygamist. He wants to be, but the laws don't admit it. Umar can't handle more than 2 women. He already got 2 daughters out of wedlock he ain't taking care of, and he ain't with neither of them women.
Man, he don't know what he missing though with the white women though.
Oh yeah. Well, you know how it is. They tried to tease him a couple of times. One thing is that killer getting hyped back there.
Yeah, she back here drawing and shit.
Oh well, that's how it goes down in the killer streets. You got to keep it real. What is it? People outside or something?
Or the cat.
Nah, fucking cat, bro. These cats is vicious out here, bro. They fucking waiting for that moment so they can attack my fucking dog and kill her and shit.
Right, they killing cats in Philly. That's hilarious.
Bro said they come from the front and go to the back.
Bro, these motherfucking cats are vicious, bro. I'm not even gonna say what they be doing, but they vicious. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
They be catching bodies. Let's put it that way.
I believe it. Cats is cold, man. Cats is the coldest killers. They like lions. They're like miniature lions and shit. Taking me a quick sip. I'm trying. My new thing is I don't want to drink on screen.
What happened?
Nah, I was just taking me a little sip. I try not to drink alcohol and stuff on screen. That's my new thing. I want to see if it has any effect on the video and whatnot.
I know Monday the fucking video was drawn, bro. That shit kept going freezing and all types of shit.
Well, no, it's my internet. It's been like that for the last week. I don't know. It's because it's so hot and everybody's home and everybody's on the net right now in the area. But my internet was up and down and really weird. I had to keep restarting it before I did stuff. But nah, that's all it is. It's just technology being technology.
Yep.
But that's what it is. How I'm supposed to know and whatnot. So, any other wrap-up topics on anybody?
Nah, man, that's about it. As far as me, that's about it.
All right, so of course it's starting to get to be that time. It is August, and usually what happens around August is what? Everybody,
football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's get before we even talk about or read any of this stuff. What's your opening feelings on it, BAS?
Hold on a second, bro. I can't hear you. 1 second. Piece of shit car. Shit. They make all that noise, but they're not even driving fast and shit.
All right. Bolo, what's your opinion on it?
They really bigging up Hurts. He's looking real sharp in practice. You know, they're excited like this is gonna be his MVP year.
Okay, so what do you think? He gonna get injured for the season, first, second, or third?
Man, don't say that shit, bro. Don't say that shit, bro. Seriously. Bro, don't say no shit like that, bro. Seriously, bro. We're not gonna do that.
I said he looking sharp.
I don't like all that. I'm just saying, as a Philadelphia fan, all this positive outlook shit ain't never worked out. Like, I think we should be like, yo, I think they trash. I think they're gonna be terrible, and I think that's our best way. Got to check it.
Nah, I don't think so, bro. I just wish I knew the more credentials of the 2 fucking assistant coaches that he got. The offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator and shit. I don't know too much about them and shit.
Let's check it out. Let me see if I can find a couple videos to play. I'm gonna go ahead. I just want to highlight Yahoo Sports for my fair use because I'm practicing my fair use.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, the fucking Eagles get lucky with fucking hiring these coaches that nobody never heard of and shit. Fucking assistant to assistant coaches and shit.
I mean, I guess as long as they're good and they know what they're doing, because what happens is when you start to win, everybody like tries to come and fill for your team and whatnot.
Yo, you broke up. You have to say what you just said again.
No, I said my internet is acting silly. I see it acting weird in the corner here. And that's the only thing I got on. I don't got nothing else on. Anyway, but it's probably because this page that I got up is loading a lot of different windows and videos too. So let's see what we got. And Killer's hype. All right, so let's see what we got here. I got my little credit up. Let's check out a couple of these videos. I'm gonna pull this down just to take off the stress of the
I ain't gonna lie. I want to see the Gumbels that they drafted this year. I want to see how they come out and shit.
For the NFL?
Yeah, the ones that we drafted in the fucking draft, the two young boys from
No, maybe
fucking
they'll
Chargers.
mention them in here. Let's see if they'll mention them on here.
Two young boys that they got, I think it was from
Three
Alabama. I
things
think it was school
I
over
think
there.
about the Philadelphia Eagles. Number one, so you look at a team, especially offensively, and you say, geez, how are they going to get back to the Super Bowl? Well, other than losing Miles Sanders in free agency and picking up DeAndre Swift from the Detroit Lions, you really do not have any major changes on this offense. And I think Nick Sirianni, the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, told me something very interesting when I say, what's it like this offseason being around Jalen Hurts? Another year in the program, signed the big deal. And he said, I sit in on meetings right now in the quarterback room, and I feel like I'm not sitting in a position meeting. I feel like I'm sitting in a coach's meeting. That's how smart about our offense that Jalen Hurts is. Number two, let's talk a little bit about Jalen Hurts and about what this offseason has been like and what he's going to do for an encore in 2023. You know, I talked to Hurts and I basically said, what's it like to know that in the biggest game of your life, you might have played the best game in your life? And he was having none of it. That is what Jalen Hurts is. He's a coach's son, still calls his dad Coach Hurts in interviews. And I think he is the type of person who has staying power in the course of a career. And he's not going to get too high because he signed a whatever $260 million contract. So I look for Jalen Hurts to continue to take a step up as a quarterback. And by the end of this year, I think confidently anybody will say he's a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. Number 3, on defense, the big question around this team
My man laying it
is their
down.
diminutive middle
He definitely is,
linebacker,
though. He making good points,
Nakobe
though.
Dean, the second round pick from Georgia in 2022. He has come in and he has taken over that job after some free agency losses in the middle of that defense. And as of right now, Sean Desai, the new defensive coordinator, has Nakobe Dean with the green dot, the leader on defense, calling the signals, even though Nakobe Dean is my height. He's 5'11". And you look at him out there, and sometimes it looks like he's in the land of the Giants. But it looks like he's going to be the guy opening day for the Philadelphia Eagles in the middle of that defense. In South Philadelphia with the Eagles, I'm Peter King.
All right, so we'll pause that right there.
The story of Dracula on the last voyage of the...
Pause that, stop sharing. So we'll get some opinions on that right there. So what is your thoughts on that, Mr. BAS?
I mean, he made some good points and shit. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, but fucking, I'm not expecting the Eagles to go fucking 13 and what was it that we went to last year? 14 and 3 and shit.
13, I guess 4 because they play 17 games now or something weird.
Yeah, so I don't expect them to have that same record, but you know what I mean? I don't want them to fall off either, you know what I mean?
Do you think this new short middle linebacker they're talking about is going to do a great job?
I mean, the height don't mean that. It's fucking at the heart, you feel me?
That's true. Mike Singletary was very short. He's about 5'10", 5'11". He's a short, stocky guy. A lot of short guys have been very good. So that is true. Bubba, what is your opinion on what you heard?
I got to do more research on our defense. I think offense we still gonna put some points on the board, but I think we made. I don't know if we made the right. How I don't know if the defense improved. Improved. That's my only concern. I'm a defensive minded kind of person.
What do you think? Did you hear what he said about Jalen Hurts and how it's like a coaches meeting and all that? What do you think about that stuff?
We definitely going to put a lot of points on the board. I wish I had Jalen on my fantasy team. I'm not concerned with that, and I love the receiver. Like I love our offense. I wish our offensive line was a little younger, but But we should be gonna be nice on offense. It's the defense that I'm worried about. Like I like nice deep defensive line and linebackers, which we don't have like that. I don't think. The defensive line is nice. And they trying to do some controversy with one of them, I think. But we'll
What
see.
happened?
I don't get me to say the similar things as but defensive line is we'll see. I don't know.
Okay.
Only time will tell,
Okay. All right. All right. So let's check it out. So I found another video. It looks like Boston Scott is giving some comments. So let's watch his video and see what he has to say. And of course, we'll give back the fair credit to I want to practice this kind of strategy of checking stuff out. See this one. This should be up on the screen. Let me see if it's showing. Yes, it is. Oh, the wrong button. Wrong button. Pause. Go back. Got it. Volume. There we go. All right, now.
A lot of confidence in myself, and if anything, that brings out the best in me. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna back down from a challenge. I'm never gonna back down regardless. I don't care when you were drafted. I don't care what round. I don't care what pick. Like that don't matter to me. We all out here competing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I love those guys. They're all great dudes. I tell them all the time, like, let me be a resource for you. There's something that you don't understand in the playbook. Because I want everybody to be their best. Because we all gonna ascend. That's just how it goes. I feel like Rashad. I think. Having these pads on is a really, really good thing for him too, because I feel like he really excels as a runner. But from a versatility standpoint, dude can catch the ball. You run some crisp routes too. So that's a part that I don't think people realize. So it's been cool to watch him. But I'm really excited to watch him and how he runs it between the tackles. He had a lot of productivity at Seattle. He was killing like fantasy towards the end of the year. But as a pure runner, I feel like he's one of the best out there. So I love watching him. DeAndre, obviously, super versatile guy. Love watching him run his routes. He's had some wins against the linebackers, and whenever you have a guy that's consistently making guys separating from guys, you want to watch that. You definitely want to learn from that. So they both bring a lot to the table.
Strays is rated R.
So it sounds like Scott is worried about losing his job. What do you guys have to say about that?
You talking about the running back?
Yeah, did you hear him? So he, you got what's his name, Bart Scott, Iris, whatever his name is. Ain't that his name?
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
My bad. I had to go use the bathroom and shit.
No, it's all good.
And then when I went to put the mute button and shit, this fucking car drove by. That shit, I don't know if you got to hear that shit. That shit was loud as fuck, bro.
Yeah, it was something.
Yeah, I was telling my son and old boy out that fucking he works for a pizza shop and shit. He a delivery guy just like me and shit. But that fucking system is out of pocket though. That shit was loud, bro.
Yeah, I guess that's his peace of mind, his booming system.
But my bad, yo. What y'all talking about, bro? I hate to fucking get off the subject.
Well, the running back, I think his name is, what's his name? Bart Scott?
What, for the Eagles?
Byron Scott? What's his name? What's that running back's name?
You talking about Boston Scott?
Boston Scott. So Boston
Yeah,
Scott was just talking. He was talking about the two new running backs we picked up. We picked up Rashad Penny, which was the starting running back for Seattle, and then some guy named Swift. Well, I guess he's like a new young boy. And he was talking about how one of them is dope at routes, other one's a banging runner. I ain't gonna lie. He was talking about like there was new teammates he appreciated having, but I ain't gonna lie. He already only was getting 2 carries a game.
I ain't gonna lie. We was talking about this shit the other day and shit about the running back situation and shit. Fucking Miles Sanders wanted a big contract or whatever he wanted and shit, but he went somewhere else. But if you go to look at the fucking other fucking running backs that we got in the Eagles right now, and you add up the fucking how much you paying them this year and shit, bro, it's cheaper than what they would have paid fucking Miles Sanders and shit. So the Eagles in that aspect is smart, bro. Like they really did their job on that one and shit. You.
Yeah.
What happened? We lost him?
Yeah, maybe. I think so.
You gotta pay that fucking bill. That's what it is.
He froze in one spot.
Yeah, he ran out of gigabytes and shit. You gotta up that shit a couple more gigabytes and shit.
We still up though.
Yeah, I know. I can tell this shit. So what's up, bro?
But the Eagles, I'm not worried about. It's these damn Sixers that I'm like, you know what I mean? Because Harden still, you know, I think Harden holding us hostage and shit. You fucking asshole.
Listen, man. The whole situation with the Sixers and James Harden, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you, but I was thinking about that shit the other day too. Remember, fucking James Harden took a pay cut last year. You feel me? Just to stay on the Sixers and shit.
Yeah.
So this year, he fucking took the franchise tag because it was guaranteeing him like what, 30 mil or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, he took a pay cut to stay here, and they don't want to pay him down. Like, but I understand he not worth the value of what he want. But like that man, fucking with respect, that man already took a pay cut. He already, you know what I mean? He wants to stay. He want to play his shit. And I mean, I hope he don't leave this shit, but it is what it is with that motherfucker. We gotta go. We gotta go.
So I wonder how much the other teams is paying him. I mean, is willing to pay him.
Bro, that's the thing, bro. He wants to go back to the Rockets. He wants to go back to the Rockets, but the Rockets ain't really offer him no money and shit. They're not really like, I mean, you gotta understand, he already old. I mean, he's not the same James Harden when he was there originally and shit. So they're not really. I don't think they really offered anything to him and shit.
And I don't think they can without the way that the agreement is set up.
Yeah, so
like it must be some ridiculously low, like, you know, 10 million or whatever is like probably the most they can offer him. Like they can't offer him a max deal or whatever,
right?
Without, you know, going through
That's
penalties
the problem
or whatever.
with being a fan of Philly, bro. Like people don't see that fucking part where he took a pay cut to stay here so he really became a team player with that one and shit. So this year, you know, I understand he wants to get paid, but also don't got that value. So he was smart about taking that franchise tag. You feel me?
Yeah, but now it's a sign and
I
trade.
think he got more. I think he got more out of the franchise tag than he did if he would have fucking negotiated contract and shit.
But with another team. What's
Right.
the name's going through the same thing from Portland.
Oh, Damian and shit, but he messed up. Where he messed up at and shit, he's pushing to go to Miami and shit. Miami ain't really offering that because of the way his contract is set up and shit. I ain't gonna lie. If he comes here, bro, that'll be crazy, bro. And then if we don't go to, if we don't want to chip with him, bro, I give up on the Sixers. But he don't want to come. He want to go to Miami and shit. And if he go to Miami, we're gonna be fucked. He's gonna be in our conference and shit.
Yeah. Or is it he wants to, or he would come here if Harden is still here? Like that's like, but how can
That's
they
the
can't
thing.
do that?
The contract. That's the problem. Nobody. To get Damian Lillard, they want something equal value of his contract and shit. So, like,
We have
that's
to
the
give him
problem. Like
Harden.
that. Yeah, no, I'm talking about for Damian Lillard and shit.
Yeah.
And James Harden, I don't think his contract is the same equal value as his and shit. So, you know what I mean, like for us to get Damian Lillard, we gotta give up a lot, bro. Like a few players and shit, a few key players and shit.
Boom. Brother, what can you do, right?
Welcome back, bro.
What you guys just talking about? Yes, sir.
How your fucking internet is ass.
Yeah.
You heard? We talk about how your internet is ass, bro. You fucking gotta pay that bill. Or fucking...
I have Verizon 5G and I pay them $200 a month. I have the best internet on the planet. How dare you judge Verizon?
I don't know about all that. I got Metro.
It's bad this week. It's just a bad week because I got a lot of stuff running. So I think it gets confused and think I'm an internet hog. So I gotta.
Bro, since I got on all night tonight and shit, bro, your shit been lacking, bro, like a couple times.
Yeah, no, it'll show me here when it's acting up, but it's because the joint is.
Bro, you gotta switch over to the dark side, get a Metro and shit. You heard?
Oh hell no! I'm not poisoning my computer. I don't need all my bank information in the street. You don't have a bank account, Mr. BAS, so those phones work perfect for you. But for me, it'd be some guy in Tijuana spending my money in Hong Kong having more fun than I did. No way. No way.
I was trying to school some young boy earlier, fuck at the pizza shop. He's one of them young boys that like to hang around and shit.
Yeah.
And he was basically telling me like he wants to go to college and all that shit, but he running the streets and shit. I was like, bro, you better start investing and getting these bank accounts and shit like that. You want to be like me, 43 years old, with no bank account and shit.
Right. Well, yeah, no, that's the game. Like even the dude I used to roll around with a lot, he never had a consistent bank account, or he always kept it empty. Like he only used bank accounts to transact for things.
I had a bank account once.
Never actually kept money in bank. He actually walked around with like $1,000 in his pocket all the time.
What you call it? I had a bank account once, and I only used it for fucking changing my income tax check every year and shit. And then somebody fucking grabbed my checks and fucking and did a crazy ass fucking withdrawal on that shit. I had to pay that shit off and shit.
Yeah.
One of my checks and shit.
Yeah. No, bank accounts have you all kind of fucked up on the wrong stuff. What's my favorite, John?
But you gotta understand, Mr. C, we're from our era coming up, bro. We didn't believe in them bank accounts and shit like that. Those fucking online banking and all that shit. We didn't have none of that shit.
Yeah, no. I totally get that shit. The one I did, like, if everything is hand in hand, it's all good. I totally think. What is his name?
Well, I need to get stop being stupid and actually do open a bank account or something, bro. Fucking, I'm getting up there in age and shit. I gotta fucking act like I'm grown and shit.
Yeah.
Get this cash app cracking, Mr. VS.
What you say, Mono?
Get that cash app cracking.
I'm gonna be real. I've been had Cash App, bro. I had Cash App since like almost the beginning and shit. And believe it or not, I don't use it. Customers sometimes be like, "Oh, you got Cash App, so I can send you a tip or whatever, or can I pay the bill through Cash App?" I'm like, nope, I don't got that shit. Be honest, I don't even know what a fucking card at to even fucking do any of that shit.
There we go. Let's see. This is the one. Oh yeah, here's the one. I was looking up. This is the shit. You know how you was like, yo, I had a bank account once. This is a classic clip from an old movie. Seriously, where the dude was like, yeah, I, every time somebody said something once to him, he would always stop and he would go through his speech about what he did once before. That's why I was freezing because I was looking it up. Let me see here.
But I'm gonna agree with you. If I do get a bank account, that doesn't mean I would fucking be doing all that online shopping shit. Cause I don't fucking like shopping online, bro. Because that shit. Like,
online shopping is a trip. The online shopping is designed to destroy average everyday American stores. That was the purpose of the pandemic and shutting everything down, so everybody would go to Amazon and destroy all the mom and pop stores.
Well, I remember when one of the few times that I actually fucking bought something online, bro. I bought a TV and shit for my crib and shit. Big joint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we got the message from Walmart that we was gonna get it. We got the message today, and we're gonna get the TV tomorrow. So I was leaving for work and shit. It was like fucking like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and shit, bro. And I come out the door, my fucking TV's on the fucking floor, bro, like laying on the floor and shit. Like I was like, what the fuck? They said I was supposed to get that shit tomorrow, and I got it today and shit. Like, and the crazy thing, I was lucky that nobody ain't checked that shit.
Right.
And you know where I live at. That shit, motherfuckers will take that shit.
Yeah, I know Vola said he got a job down there. They paid him extra money to go down there. They're like, look, we give you extra $10 an hour to go down there. Vola was like, all right.
Hold on, where?
Where was that, Vola?
Down Temple University.
Well, through the agency, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, I got people that be always looking for jobs, so
Well, yeah.
Yo, what's the name of the joint you went to?
No, I ain't do it. But it's
what's
the app that I sent you.
What happened? Oh, the link that you sent me? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
why you ain't check it? You would have been in the hood chilling.
Yeah, it's
You could have
3 in
slid
the
through right
morning,
here
then
where
I
I
had
live
to.
at and shit.
Now I had to work till 3 in the morning, then be back at the other location at 7 in the morning. So it was, I ain't trying to do all that.
Yeah.
I could dig it. But one day, man, whenever you come down fucking North Philly, let me know, bro. We need to link up one day and shit.
Will do. That'll be dope.
Nice.
Yo, Mr. C, I'm gonna pass him a Dutch and everything.
Nice. Oh, he gonna try to run from. He gonna play. He gonna hit it once and then go to sleep. One of the two and whatnot. But Mr. BAS, this is how this video is the perfect example. If you ask Mr. BAS about a bank account, he's gonna say, "I had a bank account once," and this is Mr. BAS.
You shouldn't grab me, Johnny. My mother grabbed me once. You shouldn't hang me on a hook. My father hung me on a hook once. You shouldn't kick me in the balls. My sister kicked me in the balls once.
I hate it. You funny as shit. I get what you're trying to do now.
Johnny, my grandmother shot me once.
Yeah, classic once. Johnny, I said Joe Pisco played the hardest case. This movie is one of my top 5 all-time movies.
What's the name of that movie?
Johnny Dangerously. Dog,
Damn, that shit old as fuck.
Dog, it's from like 85, 86. It was like right before Big Trouble in Little China came out.
I ain't really like that shit.
Yo, man. You didn't like Big Trouble in Little China?
Nah, I wasn't really too much of a fan of that shit.
There's a video game for us in there.
I was more into like the fucking like the comedies like fucking remember DC Cab and shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the shit I was watching and shit like that. And
Oh
shit.
yeah, no, but yo, I'm telling you, dog, this Johnny Dangerous. If you never seen Johnny Dangerously, smoke you some weed, look it up on that app you got, and watch Johnny Dangerously, dog. It's a whole story about a gangster in the 20s. So you know how they did this shit with Denzel, they make all the gangsters, but they made like a comedy spoof of it. And Michael Keaton, the Batman dude who played the first Batman, is when he a young boy, he's a star. And it's basically like The Godfather, where he's the son taking over the business as the gangster, and he's just got all these crazy gangster routines, dog. If you have never, they got this shit when niggas is walking around like with big balls, they got testicle problems. So this shit is hilarious. Watch this movie, Johnny Dangerous. I recommend it to anybody that smokes weed.
It's crazy because you said Michael Keaton and shit. I finally got to watch The Flash the other day and shit.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Yeah, I was a little mixed up with that shit.
It was okay. I liked it. I mean, it was complicated, but it just seemed like the dude was like, I think, was this one where he's like trying to save his mom or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he boy didn't learn his lesson, but he eventually did. And, I mean, it was a good movie. It was stimulating.
I don't know. I think they could have done a better job with that shit.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is.
I'm not talking about the act, and I'm not talking about the action or nothing like that. I'm talking about the actual storyline and shit.
Oh yeah, the storyline is sweet.
Yeah, it's like they would put pieces together that shit didn't match and shit.
Oh yeah, the storyline is weak. They were trying to force something to happen where they was kind of dragging it out longer than it had to go. Like if it probably was 3 hours, it should have been an hour and 45 minutes.
Right.
You know, one of those kind of movies. But you know where they're cheating at? If you actually go to the theaters, they got that 4DX shit with the chairs and the moving and shit. So that makes the movie seem like it's 10 times better than this. So even if the story is trash, because the motherfuckers moving around and when the talking scene, the chairs like sliding to the right a little bit and up, it makes it feel like the movie is better than it actually is.
I don't know about all that.
So I think they're cheating. It's kind of like auto-tune.
Oh man.
What's that?
I just think they could have fucking tweaked the fucking screenplay or the whole story a little bit better and shit.
Oh yeah. That's movies. They always gotta mess it up. Or they make the story weird so they can stretch the movie out and like get more out of it, basically. And whatnot. So hold on, what's your opinion on The Flash? Did we lose a Volo? You sleeping?
Even the robot look like it's sleeping and shit.
Yeah, I think we might have lost Volo. And you might have went to the bathroom, maybe.
Yeah, restroom. I'm back.
Oh, there you go. So did you see the Flash?
Huh?
Did you see that new Flash movie?
Nah, you know, I ain't see that.
Yeah.
You know what else I watched this week, Bolo?
What's that?
The new fucking Justice League cartoon drawing and shit that came out.
Ooh, how was that?
Cartoon?
That was trash too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was trash.
Is it a movie or like a TV show or something?
It's actually like a movie and shit, but it was a cartoon drawing. I ain't gonna lie, the cartoon drawing be good, but this one I don't know what happened with this one. But if you really want to watch the Flash and shit like that the movie that just passed, you really gotta watch the cartoon movie that was based off that that they based that movie on and shit. The cartoon drawing is fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like I ain't gonna lie, I can sit there and watch the cartoon drawing back to back, but the new Flash movie, I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, you know how they do it. They always gotta mess with. They gotta make movies commercial. They gotta make this movie for everyone. Whatever.
That should be on Max. I might have to get Max again.
Cinemax or whatever.
Yeah, the HBO Max or whatever.
HBO Max.
Yeah, they just call it Max now. They done changed their name again too.
Oh, you know what? I got some bullshit to talk about. My job got this bullshit. It's like called fringe, where because you work, you get a certain amount of points you can spend. But guess what? Everything on the thing that they give you a discount for, that you spend your points on, it's only that you get the first one free, but everything you buy is a subscription service.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I can get this free box of cheap meals, but after that, they want to keep it going unless I cancel it. I'm like, hold on. And then they got the nerve to tell you on your paycheck, they're like, hey, we pay you $50,000 a month. We also give you $25,000 in additional services. Well, this is one of the additional services. So these motherfuckers, even if they give me a $140 credit on one and like a $75 credit. So let's say my company matched me half of that. That means these motherfuckers took $100 from me. They could have put on my paycheck. And they decided to give me something that only entraps me into something that's going to make me pay somebody else $100 or something a week. And they telling me that it's a favor and a reward.
Man, you get money if you're doing all that.
Nah, it's a hustle. Because what they do is instead of paying the average American the $75,000 to $80,000 worth, they pay them $45,000 to $50,000, and they give you these $25,000 in bullshit services where most people only use like 10% of them. And what they're doing is they're claiming that that's actually part of your salary. So you think you only make $45,000, but when they send it to the government, they say that they pay you $80,000 a year. Because they got $25,000, $30,000 in services they claim that you got. Gym membership, Apple iTunes subscription discounts, Verizon discounts, all that. And all they're doing is taking money literally out your pocket and they're passing it back and forth between the corporations. Guess what? At the company you're getting it from, their company has a discount to my company. And they all take it out of our salaries and pass it back and forth and tell us we're lazy.
You know what's the funny thing? That the shit that you buy on there, you can buy that shit at Family Dollar, bro.
No, this is the thing. No. You can't buy subscription services. No, this all is subscription. I looked through it. I tried to find something that was a one-time thing. There is no one-time buy on the whole program. Everything is, we give it to you basically for free the first time, but you got to put your credit card in. And yeah, you can cancel it, but basically you got to remember to cancel it.
Oh man, one of them jobs. You know what that remind me of? You know how back in the day, the cable company would give you like a free channel and shit. Yeah. And they tell you, oh, you got it for 90 days and shit. But if you don't fucking just cut it off before the 90 days, they get you the full price after the 90 days and shit.
That's exactly what they doing with this. It's the same thing. They basically took money from me to pay this company to give me a discount so I could buy the first one for free for them, so that company can then trick me into getting hundreds of dollars from me a month that I didn't even want in the first place.
and then for you to get your money back, it's a bitch.
It's a bitch. So then what do? You just usually end up eating it. So now that company just stole $100, $200 from me if I forgot and then canceled. You get what I mean?
That's nutty.
And they do this all over the country. Every corporation across the country is doing this to their employees, and it makes me a little upset with my parents and grandparents, especially my parents, because they did this shit in their faces, and they didn't say nothing about it. They was like, "Oh no, it's normal. That's what you do." That's why we don't have pensions anymore. I got a 401k. It's worth half of fucking what it's worth because we're in war and the pandemic came. I'm gonna fucking retire, moving with BAS and the technician. That's gonna be my fucking retirement.
Yeah.
We gonna all buy a van and live together and just smoke weed until we die. That's gonna be my retirement. Yeah.
That's my plan.
That's what I'll be able to afford. They done fuck me over, but I got stock. But I don't know. This legal soon probably gonna burn the company down and make my shit crash. Just to be dickhead.
Well, listen, Mr. C, I gotta let y'all go, bro. I got something I gotta go do.
All right, final words, BAS.
Oh man, fucking stay away from the subscriptions and shit. Man, I hope everybody have a good week, man. Be safe out here, man. You know what I mean? Stay sucker free. These bitches ain't shit. You know what I mean? So I'll see y'all next week.
That's right.
Bolo, I'll holler at you, Bolo.
All right, Joe.
Yeah, peace out. Yes, technician and the killer. There we go. So, Bolo, you got any specific topics on your mind now that my internet's working?
Well, you know, it's the same one. I'm even Lucas popped up on my thing. What's his name? Lucas?
Lucas.
Yeah, on YouTube. Is his name Lucas? Yeah.
Lucas? What does Lucas do?
He's a YouTuber.
Well, let's look him up.
You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know who that. I don't watch no goddamn Lucas. Lucas sounds like some white guy that says weird shit.
He's a half, you know.
Uh-oh.
You know, I don't like saying
black. Wait, this is Lucas? Wait.
African American, you know.
Wait. Here's the Lucas that I found.
Let's see if I can find him.
So that's Lucas Volo?
Nah, not him.
I don't think I know him then, do I?
You know him.
Yeah, I guess Lucas doesn't go by any other names with that. Because, Volo, I've been on the YouTube spaces for, since 2011.
Yeah,
I've never found one person ever named Lucas. There has to be some other words.
Hold on, let me see.
I don't know. Let's look at the old girl's butt.
Oh, jeez. That's the problem.
No, she's shooting guns. This is great. I'm gonna get a little bit more.
The amazing Lucas.
Oh, the amazing Lucas. Oh wait, let's focus on what's important here.
All right, get ready. Not it either.
All right. What were we looking up? Amazing Lucas? Okay. All right.
I see him. I'm looking at him now.
I don't know. I might have to go back to that other video. Forget Amazing Lucas. That other video was way better, man.
I know.
Let's find the Amazing Lucas. Let's be responsible adults. Now, I will say I might actually still be watching that video, but y'all can't see it. All right, okay, I don't know who this guy is. This guy? Let me bring him up. This guy?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is he? I ain't never posted this nigga shit once, ever.
You've watched him before. He's pretty popular.
This nigga's a nobody.
He's pretty popular. He's a funny dude.
I don't like this nigga.
Well, he's trying to help your boy's reputation, Dr. Umar and shit.
That's what his fucking problem is. The old bitch ass nigga. Old simp defending ass nigga. What he wanna fuck Sukiana too? Let's bring this bullshit up.
Let's find out why.
See what this bitch ass nigga got to say. Let me bring his shit up. The amazing Lucas. I don't like him already.
I thought you'd have seen him before. You ain't never seen him before.
No, I ain't never seen him, and I don't like him already. He already got beef in the street. Amazing Lucas. You whack, homie. Let me put his name up there and give him his respect. We are going to review his stuff. So out of all due respect, I don't even know the dude. I'm just hating on him for no reason. My fault, Lucas. I don't even know you, man. I'm hating on you for no reason, dog. Get this man his credit. Let's see what he said, because he said he's trying to stick up for Umar, but I'm like, how can you stick up for Umar for what's going on right now? Oh, now he talking about the school. Now, I do appreciate the school. All right, so we're going to bring up to reality. We don't care about his intro. And we're going to skip around this video a lot. But this video was recommended by Volo. This is actually a new guy. I never heard of him. I might actually end up liking this dude after I watch it. I ain't never seen his videos before in my life. Amazing Lucas, I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. But let's check it out.
At the facts and evidence of the situation, because that's what I believe. I don't believe men and women. I believe facts and evidence. That it seemed to be a bit dire. Okay, it seems to be a bit improbable what he's hoping to achieve. And let me break this down. Dr. Umar wants a school for Black people by Black people. That is what he wants.
Problem number one.
He sees an issue in education. You know, he sees an issue, a lot of systemic issues, specifically targeting Black Americans due to slavery, stemming from slavery, and having a ripple effect all the way until present day. Whether it's, education, whether it's,
anytime I fair use watch stuff, I always recommend for people to go check out Amazing Lucas. Like, share, subscribe to his page. He has a lot of other great videos. Volo says this guy's hilarious. I was only hating on him because I was trying to be funny. I don't even know this man. But I'm still trying to build up some hate. I'm working on it, allegedly.
Being men, whether it's fathers, whether it's, the abuse, a litany of things that he wants to cover in this school. And I think that's great because there's definitely a need for that no other group seems to care about. Not to say that they should, even though I think they should, right? Because they constantly want to talk about, hey, we're all Americans. Well, this group of Americans needs help. And then it comes to, well, lift yourself up by the bootstrap. They only give that message to Black Americans, I notice. Any other group that says, hey, we need help, we're like, hey, we got you. But nevertheless, it comes with the territory, all right? We they don't want us here to begin with. So I think there's a hole that needs to be filled. I think if he does this, it'll be great. He talks about, the arduous path that he took in order to secure this property. And, it was $1 million. He could only raise 500,000, $500,000. Now, okay, you can't even get a house in Cali for $500 million. You can maybe get an empty lot, all right, that's maybe 9 by 10 for $500,000 in California, much less an entire school that can, that can have people in that is good to go. So upon him finally find this real estate, this school,
which actually explains the size of Tariq Nasheed's museum and why it's not so big. Even though you got $1 million plus, you're not going to get a lot for $1 million in Los Angeles. It'll be nice, but it won't be like next level nice. So give them a break. But Umar does have the buildings. That's why he's trying to get Sukiana to help him, because she is from Delaware, I guess, originally. And I guess he figures he can draw donations and money from her to finish the school. We'll see.
Obviously going to need some work, which it did. And the thing he brings up is that the Black contractors who were supposed to be helping him completely screwed him over. They overpriced him, and then, they didn't do the work that they were supposed to do. Completely screwed him over.
We got the school in 2017. I'm happy, jumping for joy. Little did I know, the Black contractors was not going to do us any justice. Man. We got robbed. We got scammed, man, our own people.
Now, I want...
See, if Umar was dating a snow bunny, her uncle with the construction company would have did it for free. Oh, you don't agree with that, Volo?
Allegedly.
want you to think about this because this starts to add up. These are black contractors. He could have easily hired Hispanic contractors, white contractors, Asian contractors, but he is very much, hey, he's a Pan-African, pro-black. He wants black people. That's what he wants to do. He wants to employ black people. And these black people, even though it's a school for them, right? It's a school to benefit us, screwed him over. That is quite alarming. True. He then comes to say that, hey, at the end of the day, he had to hire a white contractor. The white contractor fixed up the, the HVAC or whatever. And then he's like, hey, do you know a plumber? White contractor is like, yeah, I know a plumber, blah, blah, blah. Brought that person in and he got it fixed.
Which is unfortunate, yeah. Very unfortunate. Then one day, last September, I said, you know what? I'm going to have to use white folks. I waited 3 years to try to get my people. We got to school in 17. We got to school in 19. I saw it in 17. We got it in 19. This is 2023, right? So February of 19 to 20 to 21 to 22 to 23, 4 years. I decided to call up a white man, HVAC. He had both units on the roof in 2 days. Crane truck and everything. We already bought the units. We had them custom made. I started scratching my head like, damn. White? Waiting on brothers for 3. This white man did this in 2 days? So then I asked the white man, I said, you know any plumbers? He said, I got a plumber for you. Boom. You electrician? I got that. Boom. Security? Boom. Fire come? Boom, boom.
Yep.
Those white men did in 4 months.
Yep.
3 months, really.
Yep.
What black men couldn't help me do in 3 years.
The issue that I think why his school is going to fail is precisely what he's been dealing with.
See, I was hating on homeboy. He's actually he's bringing up a good point. So, Vola, what's your opinion on what Umar just said right there?
I'm cross-referencing with what's the name school? What's his name?
King the King?
Yeah, King School, yeah.
King Randall.
Yeah, no, King James.
Like from the Bible?
No, the basketball player.
Oh, LeBron school
James.
is more like like he just threw. It's like LeBron school is like Oprah school, just in Ohio.
Yeah.
Without the lawsuits and the trafficking. Allegedly, I don't want Oprah to get any wings of that. Oprah, I was just joking. Even though everybody in Hollywood says you traffic people to guys like Harvey Weinstein. Allegedly. Back to what you're talking about. What are you saying, Milo?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. So Oprah got you scared too. I see. All right. So, let's get back to the video. Wait, I should put our picture up for like various reasons.
Dealing with already, and that is a lack of unity and lack of organization within the group. Because what you have to understand is that the biggest obstacle moving forward on this school is that it's non-accredited. Okay. And he doesn't have a problem with it. To him, he's like, that's fine because we don't even need to work in the system. Okay. We need to be outside of the system because the system hasn't helped us. So we need to create our.
What is your opinion on that point about the non-accredited situation?
Like he's trying to explain it. The whole community has to be involved with it.
Yeah. Basically,
we have let's listen to him. Atmosphere, our own system. Okay, that's what we need. We need to be self-sufficient of our own, so we don't have to rely on so and so or this person. And I agree with that 100%. However, that unity, that unity that's going to have to be present in order for this school to thrive, is not. That's the issue. And he brought this up when it comes to reparations. He's for reparations, but one thing he mostly brings up is that, we got to be thinking about the group. Everyone's talking about the individual. What I'm going to spend the money on, reparations is for the group. That's what it's for. It's for to build the group, the wealth of the group at the same level or somewhere near the wealth gap of white individuals, right? The white group. That's what it's for, to even the wealth gap. But
so I actually have an opinion on this because this is actually part of my presidential plan about what he was talking about, how like African Americans and even other groups, Latinos and everybody else, can build internally, but African Americans struggle the most with this, right? Do you kind of feel what he's saying about like with reparations? Do you think like, because my reparations plan is, you know how everybody wants cash for reparations, they want like a cash check. Do you think a cash check is the best option?
Well, the Sukiani issue is kind of the knock
I'm gonna
against
tell
the
you,
cash.
I don't want to give Sukiana a check for $135 million. I know what she's gonna do with it. And then I'm gonna be right next to her like Suki, hey. Like, fuck it, I might as well just if I can't beat him, I might as well sin until God comes and snatches us all up at the same time. But no, my thing was this. So this is my thing with reparations, and I think this is the way we could actually get them. We don't really need a cash check. I think it should just be resources like free college education, free community college, free medical health care. So African Americans can get the access to mental health care we need, because we have a lot of people snapping on each other in small situations that don't need to happen. It's because they don't have easy access to mental health care, job training, access to capital for people that actually have solid business ideas that are valued, low taxes on said businesses, no taxes for African Americans. And then we also, because we're descendants of slavery or whatever you want to call it, we also, all African Americans, regardless of salary, we get free welfare. So even like a guy that makes like $150,000 a year, he still gets a welfare card. And if he moves into a certain area that's historically Black, like Philadelphia or South Carolina or Mississippi, just like the Native Americans, if they live in Oklahoma somewhere where their tribe used to be, they pay $25 a month for rent. That's what I want for us. Let us pay $25 a month for rent. And those people have regular jobs. If you don't have like a regular good job and be paying $25 a month for rent because he's like a $5 Indian. Like, what? We need that. Like, that's what we need. We don't need the money. We need that right there, because what people don't get about not getting a check is every dollar you don't pay on rent, on medical care, on the food, on services, that's the money you get to keep from the job you have. I think people are trying not to work for reparations. Do you think that's one of the goals of some people with reparations, that they want to quit working?
Oh, a lot of people will quit working.
Not if you go with the services. Like, put it like this. The people that are on welfare now today would be the same people that are on my reparations plan using it like welfare. There's not going to be a lot of people that work, because people that work and consistently go for that 40 hours and go out there or work from home, people that do that no matter what, when they know they could go on welfare, because we could all do it, if they got that, oh my God, they would be so happy to finally spend their money on something else. They may not work as hard. They may get a different type of job. That actually, they may switch to a job they really love rather than a job they need. So instead of making maybe $15 an hour, now they can switch to a job working with kids in the Black neighborhoods for $6 an hour. You get what I mean? Because now the Medicare is taken care of. You get what I'm saying, Volo? So now you can unify. You can actually work in the community. You can actually go babysit the women's children, like Umar says. You get what I mean? So that's my plan. Well, let's check out this video and see what else he has to say. The amazing Lucas. I was hating on you, Lucas, but that was just because Volo was like, jocking you. So I figured since Volo was jocking you, I had.
No, he's funny. He's one of the.
Here you go again, just making love to his face. Whatever, relax.
That's not how many people are viewing this. In addition to that, when it comes to wealth, well, you also wanted to think about the future, right? Your offspring, other Black people who are coming after you, so that there is, they have an, investment, they have funds, they have, grants, whatever it is that they need in order to continue on this wealth that you've built from reparations. He says, and this is something I agree with him on, is that that's not present. So what's going to happen is that there's going to be, you know, an implosion. That's naturally what's going to happen. If you have a group who has been plagued by systemic racism, even to this day, on all fronts, to the point where many black people are forget pro-black. It's now to the point where it's self-hatred, okay? Because they've now realized that, hey, there's more money in self-hatred than there is in you know, self-love. And due to the country that we're in, that is what is being monetized. Yeah. The self-hatred of Black Americans, whether you're Black or not. That's what's being promoted. That's what sells. As unfortunate as that is, but it is what it is. And instead of pushing back on that, many people have just embraced it. Because it's like, hey, I can do this or I can starve and maintain my integrity. And people are starting to realize, yo, integrity isn't what it's cracked up to be when there's no food on the table and you have a family of 3. Or it's not cracked up to be when you're in your car and you're sleeping, you know, in your car and have to find, you know, a 7-Eleven or something or a Starbucks to shower at. So that is what's happening. We are being exploited on all fronts. And due to that exploitation, which is why I find it very difficult that people, okay, parents, not even people, forget people, right? We're talking about parents. Parents who have children who live in the real world. Okay, we don't live in Wakanda, all right? We live in the real world that we have to deal with real situations in this country. And what you are asking them to do is to make a sacrifice, an admirable sacrifice, okay? Don't get me wrong, a valiant sacrifice to say, hey, I'm going to forego any type of accreditation and go to Dr. Umar school to raise a strong Black man or to raise a strong Black woman or to raise a strong Black family and to have unity.
You already just said. Now, Bolo, do you think that's a realistic option?
What's that?
That people, just for the intent and the love of the community, will go to Umar school.
You broke
sweat not having accreditation.
All right. From my understanding,
that's the racism.
From my understanding, it was supposed to be a boys' school.
It was still going to be a boys' school, and but what he's going to teach is not accredited. So you know how when for a school to be a school, it has to have a certain curriculum that's approved by the city, state, or government, as what's called an accredited curriculum of education that gives you a well-balanced group of all the things you need to be a proper slave, right? Well, Umar's system won't be accredited. Therefore, when you go to from his high school, or if you go from his, let's say you went to his elementary school and you get to 8th grade, and you then want to go to engineering and science, right? Engineering and science is gonna be like, yeah, I can't take this from your elementary school. You get what I mean? Or if he does the high school, he goes to go to Millersville, and Millersville like, nah, we ain't taking this. You gotta go to real college. And so he's saying this is what Umar school is going to be, even if we get it up and running. What do you think about that and the realistic outlook of that?
I think that it's still based on that community. So we're not going to get he's not going to get cooperation of us building a school like that. What's the name is having a similar issue, the LeBron James Academy, where they're not passing the state exams. They're actually failing the state exams, the students that's going to his school.
So they're teaching them like whatever kind of exotic curriculum that LeBron wants to teach them, but that's not getting them to pass the state exams.
Yeah.
And so very similar to Umar's situation.
Yeah. Well, Umar don't even have the school.
Well, to be fair, LeBron James School is in Ohio, and Ohio people are dumb, allegedly. Allegedly. But I've seen Drew Carey. God, come on, tell me that's not a brilliant man. That's mean, Carl. Kids are only stupid because their parents are. Allegedly. All right, let me stop. Let's go back to his video. This is a good talk, actually. This is a really good conversation. Good job. What's this kid's name again that you're like in love with?
The Lucas.
Amazing Lucas. He's just so great. You just so great, aren't you, Lucas? You're just a bomb, aren't you, with your little flag? I see. You're just better than everybody, aren't you?
For us to work together and harmonize within this country and to build ourselves up. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening, and neither does Dr. Umar. Because if you took so much time, it was such a campaign to get a school up and running. I want you now to think about when it comes to teachers, when it comes to staff, when it comes to security or whatever. Think about that. So I don't see how that's gonna work, because you're gonna have to pay the teachers, right? You're gonna want the teachers to be accredited, right? Or some type of education to know what they're talking about. So it seems a great concept, but unfortunately, us as a group, I don't think we're ready for that transition. I don't think we're ready for that transition, because if we were, we wouldn't be where we are right now. If we were ready to sacrifice to get some things going, we would not be where we are as a group right now. And I'll be the first one to say, hey, if it means I lose Wi-Fi, I lose internet, I can't use my smartphone, or I can't do this or do that because I'm boy.
I will say, notice how my Wi-Fi has been real janky this week, so you know that means I'm really pro-black, right, Bolo? Just to let you know, that's my pro-blackness. So y'all was dissing my beat-up Wi-Fi, but that means I'm pro-black. Right on, my brother. Yeah, check it out.
Boycotting or protesting against, this company or that. I don't think a lot of people are going to make that sacrifice. It's going to be very, very difficult to make that sacrifice. But now you're not even making that sacrifice for yourself. You're now making that sacrifice for your child. Okay. Now you're saying, hey, I'm making this decision for the benefit of the future and for the benefit of the group. And this kid is going to be a guinea pig. And I know a lot of parents who are going to put their child in a guinea pig situation that at the end of the day, once you start paying tuition, I don't know if they're going to
Transformers
to pay off the school or something, right? I don't know if they're gonna have any grants, but say they do take out a loan to pay off the tuition. I don't know a lot of parents or a lot of people in general who would do that without having anything on the back.
So this is one of the conundrums of starting a school. As you, Volo, you also have an interest in the school, right?
Yeah.
So you hear how he's talking about the tuition, the cost, and all that, right? Now, of course, the one way that you can get the school to be free is how?
State
accreditation.
Oh, for funding, yeah.
Yeah, because if you're accredited, you'll be able to most likely get some kind of grant for the school from the state. I'm sure they're sitting out there right now just waiting to be picked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is the conundrum that Umar has. And I think that's why he's hanging around that Sukiyana girl right now, because I think he believes that he'll draw her fans as possible donators, and she has so much money she wastes, and she might be able to throw him $2, $3, $4 million to get his school together. So I think that's what he's hoping. And she's from Delaware. So I think that's Umar's real plan. I think Umar doesn't really like her. I think he's kind of using her for a hope of really big donation. So let's see.
Okay. Because all the backing is just trust.
Great video by
hope that we're going to unify together, and this is all going to come together at the end. There is no piece of paper that you can show whether or not you think that's, a meritless or not. It's still a piece of paper. It's still that, hey, I have a BA, I have an AA, I have a master's, I have a PhD, whatever it is. I can still show that and use that. As opposed to, well, I got nothing but, the black person next to me and the black person next to them. That's all I have. And I don't think that this generation, maybe the next generation, I don't know, maybe the next generation, depending on when the school officially opens and they have, teachers and everything, I don't know if this generation is ready for that transition, because it's a massive, massive transition to expect from a group of people who are in an unfortunate circumstance due to, internal and external factors levied against us. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe lose, why are you such a hater? Okay, you just hate everything.
I just want to translate the final part of that, since Amazing Lucas is Volo's best friend and they don't like to say things aggressively. What he's saying is, we can't do it because we be on some nigga shit. Just wanted to say that clear. Allegedly, because I would never say curse words on video. Let him finish up. Finish up, Amazing Lucas, the greatest person ever.
Everything, okay? Dr. Moore's doing great. You're doing way more than anything you could have done, okay? Dr. Moore's the greatest. We need to support him. Or if you have to believe, that's not the point, okay? The point is whether or not this is going to backfire. The point is whether or not this is even a feasible plan, whether or not it's even plausible, okay? And how, if you don't think it's plausible, well, how do you, fix the leaks? How do you fix the cracks? That's more of where you need to be thinking at this from, as opposed to, well, everything's going to work and black people, we're just going to come together. That's not how anything works. That's not how anything works, okay? So it's just something to be wary of. Nevertheless.
Good points. All right. He made some really great points right there. So final words on that video on that topic there, Volo?
Lucas he's a YouTuber. I've been following him for years. He got nice subs. He's left and right. He's all over the place. But he's a young boy. He's pretty cool. He entertains me.
When you think about the Little League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So his video popped up and it was just something different because, especially, Danica.
What did Danica say?
Well, Danica, she's more talking about him trying to, I don't even want to know what a 304 is or whatever number she uses and shit.
Oh, well, 304 is from the old beeper days. If you flip it over, it's the word hoe. That's what 304 is. It's from the old beeper days. It's just even funnier now, ain't it? It's just funny now, ain't it? You're going to start using that every day now. Yeah.
I said I don't want to know what it means.
He said, I don't want to know. I said, yo, dog, because you're from that era, so you remember exactly how people used to spell stuff out on beepers. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh, snap, yo. Oh. I know, man. Umar has a lot of work to do. And then I saw Jason Whitlock was attacking LeBron James' school.
What was he saying about it? Because they couldn't pass the grades or whatever?
Yeah. They couldn't pass the math exam.
So was Jason Whitlock is rude and disrespectful? Jason Whitlock like, yo, y'all got a bunch of dumbass kids in Ohio. That's the problem. Look at it. That is what he said, huh?
Oh, man. This is hilarious because I was watching Menace to Society today. And as soon as Yo-Yo stepped in the joint, he called her a hood rat.
Yeah, hood rat.
So then it took me back to Chappelle's I Know Black People thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, what is a hood rat? And the first thing the boss said was a bird. It's something that you take home and you smash and wear out and then leave her the hell alone. But bird was my thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna stop using the B word. I call them birds.
Yeah.
So now I'm at BAS, meaning birds are stupid.
Oh Lord. BAS. There you go. Hey, that works. That works. Any other final commentary?
Trying to clean it up for the people, Listen, I don't know, now I'm completely out of control because 304. I was just like, I don't even want to know. I'm gonna leave it alone, And then you done took it there.
Hey, look, I just told you what it was. Hey, you the one like, damn, I had to use that on the regular. That's technically not cursing. That's technically not cursing. It's like saying grape, not the word. So let's get into our Philly bio to close the show up. Then we're also going to get Volo's video game follow-up and his words of the day. But we have Miss Monet Davis, which is a Philly girl. She was a baseball player. Found a video on a site about where is she now. So we'll check that out. Then I'll read through her bio and we'll check that out and see what's going on. Let's make sure we give our fair use credit to Clip Splash, who did the video. Where's Monet Davis now? What happened to her? And let's get this up here and see what we are looking at. Let's run it.
League World Series, what's one of the first names that comes to mind? Monet Davis. In 2014, she took the world by storm after being the first girl to ever pitch a winning game in the Little League World Series. She was an absolute star, but where's the pitching sensation now? I'm Riley Wynn, and I caught up with Monet to see what she's been doing since she made history almost a decade ago. On August 15th, 2014, Monet not only became the first girl to pitch a winning game in the Little League World Series, but she was also the first girl to ever pitch a shutout game. After an epic performance, millions of people tuned in to watch her and her team play. Despite a great run, Monet's team would lose in the semifinals, but Monet still cherishes every moment of the once-in-a-lifetime experience.
We got to basically just be treated like big leaguers at such a young age. And then once the game started happening, it's kind of just baseball from there. But I told the guys, like, hey, like before this game, like our.
Bro, do you notice that they got the Phillies colors on?
Oh, no, I ain't noticed that.
The old Phillies, like the Mike Smith Phillies?
The sky blue.
Yep, with the dark red.
Yeah, see.
Dream was just to make it here, and now we're here. Now let's just go out and have fun. Like we have nothing to lose, and let's just play our game. So that was just like once we got there, we knew like we made it. Now let's just go have fun for the rest of the summer. Because once it was done, it's time to go back to school. So we wanted to.
After the Little League World Series, Monet's once-in-a-lifetime moment became her life for a while. She was a sports icon, making her rounds on TV shows, magazine covers, playing in celebrity games, and meeting some of her favorite stars.
It was very hectic, and I thought it would slow down, but that was just the beginning of it. So it was just like going. That was like the first time like people were like following me and like taking pictures of me, and I was like, "What is going on? Like, this is not like what is happening? Like, this is not normal." And I missed the first day of 8th grade, and I was so upset because I was like, once I go to school, I can see my friends and I'll feel, back to normal.
Even though Monet just wanted to be a normal kid, she still had a massive platform and she used it for good. She wrote a book about her life and her love for sports. She started a shoe line that benefited charities, and she spoke to schools about her experiences. By the time Monet was in high school, she was still a celebrity, but things started to slow down for her in that aspect, and she was able to do what she loves again, and what got her famous, play ball. Monet was a 3-sport athlete in high school, playing soccer, basketball, and softball. She won a state championship in both soccer and softball. Ever since Williamsport, we've all known Monet was a great athlete. And now it was time for her to take her athletics to...
I just noticed we lost Volo. Maybe his stuff died, or his phone died, or he fell asleep and something cut off, or his internet went down. Oh, maybe Volo's a pro-black. He's got bad internet too. I don't know. We'll finish this up with Monet. I guess we won't get Volo's wrap up. I'll do my own video game wrap up and word of the day. I'll make up my own. It'll be fun. Oh my God, this is gonna be so fun. And then we'll get out of here. I'll do a quick read of her bio and try to finish up by 11 our time. So let's get back to the video with the young lady. A matter of fact, let's do it with me to the side like I'm doing a news report. You know how I got to the side like a news report? I'm like a news reporter. I'm doing like
the next level and earn a college scholarship.
And I was like, maybe I want to do softball in college. Talking to my parents, talking to my coach, and I was like, yeah, I think I want to do softball. And they were all like, all right, let's go. So, and we're like, we need to get down to choosing a school because it's already super late. You're going into your senior year. Most of these colleges already have their commits and, are looking, for the next year's commit. So I sat down with my baseball coach and we sent a bunch of emails to different schools, and schools got back, but, saying like, hey, like I appreciate the email, but we've already have our 2019 commits.
Monet didn't let the
man, we
nose deter
appreciate
her.
the email,
She was going to play
buddy.
college softball, and just like she had always done, she was going to create her own path to do so.
I reached out to the Hampton coach, and she got back to me. She's like, "Hey, like we'd love to see you at a camp." So I went to a camp, and we've kind of been in contact ever since. And Hampton had the journalism program. The dean was well accomplished, and it wasn't too far from home, but it also I felt comfortable and I felt like family when I stepped on campus. But the reason why I really wanted to go to HBCU was because I wanted to be around girls that look like me. I wanted to play next to girls that look like me, who have similar backgrounds, who can relate to me on a deeper level. So that was like the main factor.
Monet has been at Hampton for a few years now, playing softball and pursuing her journalism degree. She's already gotten great broadcasting experience with play ball, Major League Baseball, and of course, the Little League World Series. And Monet isn't stopping with just covering the game. She wants to influence it too.
Once I feel like I'm done with that, maybe some front office work, some coaching, or even, owning at some point in time. So I definitely want to start with broadcasting, start with journalism first, and then move on from there.
Whatever way Monet wants to be involved with sports, I know she'll be a real game changer as she's done so already in her life so far. She's a great role model for not only young girls, but student athletes thinking about going the HBCU route for college.
My advice to girls who are trying to, just getting to sports and, making to the next level, I would definitely just say work hard and have fun. I know once you get older, sometimes the sport is more of a job, but if you hear a lot of professionals talking about sports, they always talk about how much fun that they have. Any advice that I would give to someone that wants to go to an HBCU, I always say go to homecomings, because homecoming is like a huge family reunion. Like so many different classes come back, and even people from different schools will come. It's just like everyone just here, and it's just a big family.
Monet Davis is an absolute inspiration to not only young girls, but to anyone trying to change the game. It was crazy to see someone so mature at such a young age be able to handle start so well and use her platform for good. Even though she's not in the spotlight like she once was, she is still a role model you should look up to. Monet Davis is a real one.
Let's find Monet Davis. Let me see 1 second, guys. She should have a pretty short bio. I can read on Wikipedia. Here it is, Wikipedia. On Wikipedia. Let me pull it back up. Wikipedia. You know what? I'm going to make it big because y'all don't really need to see me. Y'all probably would rather see the words. Yeah, bring it up like that. That's cool. And take her as fair use. And hit her name where she had Philly bio, Monet Davis. And let's read her bio. And let's see what she got. So, Monet IKEA Davis. Oh my God, her name is IKEA, like the store. It doesn't get more ghetto in Philly than that. Monet IKEA Davis, born in June 21st, 2001. Did you know that when I left Hampton University, I left in the year 2000? So the year I left Hampton University, she was born the next year. Is she my daughter? Let's not question that. She's an American former league baseball pitcher, currently at Hampton University softball player from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. One of two girls who played in the 2014 Little League World Series, and she was the first girl to earn a win and throw a shutout in the Little League World Series history. She was the 18th girl overall to play in the 6th to get a hit. She was also the first Little League baseball player to appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated Little League. Her biography: she is the daughter of Lamar Davis and Lakeisha McLean. She has lived with her mother and stepfather, Mark Williams, since the age of 6. Since 2008, Steve Bonder, who's a program director of Marion Indian Recreational Center in South Philadelphia, observed Davis playing football with her cousin and his older brother. He noticed that she was throwing this football in perfect spirals, effortless, and running through the kids, running tough kids down and tackling them. Madura asked her if she would like to come to basketball practice. When she came to practice, Pandora had asked her to watch the practice, but she wanted to participate. Pandora told the Philadelphia Tribune her eyes were just glued on the drill. When it came time for her turn, she went through it like she had been doing it 1,000 times. I knew right then. According to the Philadelphia Tribune, Davis became a best basketball player and the only girl on his team. She also began playing and excelling at baseball and soccer. Pandora, together with other sponsors, helped David transfer to Springside Chestnut Hill Academy. Springside Chestnut Hill Academy. That's a good school up near my neighborhood. I live in Mount Airy, in about, I'd say, 15, 20 blocks from me. Like this says 10 miles from Center City. I'm about 3 to 4 miles from this. Her mom got her there, told the Philadelphia Tribune her daughter was so athletic. 2011, she was a point guard, bad baller, pitcher, shortstop, third baseman in baseball. But she revealed that she started pitching and she was a substitute from the outfielder, midfielder, soccer. She played like every sport. She was like Bo Knows. While notable as a little league pitcher, she was considered basketball as her primary sport. She aspired to become a WNBA player. That would possibly be so she could not ever make any decent All right, and I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Well, it looks like the internet keeps being a jerk. Anyway, I was almost finished with Monet. We just crossed the 11 o'clock mark. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We always heard all that great stuff about Miss Monet Davis. She's a wonderful, strong, powerful woman doing great things. And thank God Philadelphia produced a great lady like that. Shout out to her. For the gaming report, I've been playing John Madden. We lost Rolo, so he's either asleep or something passed out. Remember, this is the My Part of Town podcast, all about Philadelphia. Remember to check out Bolo and Butthead's Techapalooza this Saturday also. And also remember to check out Noodle Free Mondays, which happens every Monday, where we talk about strange things going on out in the world and get back at it at another time. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I don't know. I guess I'm going to play my song out, I guess. It's right. Where's it at? We'll play my new little song. That'll be my play out.
We do politics over punani. We do education over ecstasy. We do literacy over linguistic ability. N-A-T-U-R-A-L with a get it ass green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. N-A-T-U-R-A-L with a get it ass green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. Hey.
From the skinny to the biggie, ain't no plastic in the body. Keep that trash away from kitty, like my ladies green the way that nature made them. Curly hair and chocolate presentation. We like the ladies in these flavored basket Robin skinny waisting. Don't get it wrong, we even take them yellow, brown, Caucasian. Patron Dr. Umar, ain't no bunny hopping. Too far. Natural queens coming all sizes, dropping stars.
N-A-T-U-R-A-L with a get it ass green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. N-A-T-U-R-A-L with a get it ass green and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural
It's going down. Black Trump in the house. Body parts soft, clean jean pillows popping. Tasty water flows, nappy heads steady rocking. Where your man at? Well, I'm here now. All that big chat, it ain't here now. Protection in the building, family beat and drilling. Cooking for the kids to get me piece of beat and dealing. My trusted counsel when I get my piece of bait. Buildings, keep the family diet clean. I need a
N-A-T-U-R-A-L with a get it ass clean and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. N-A-T-U-R-A-L with a get it ass clean and no plastic everywhere. A natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl, a natural girl. Hey, we do murder over money, and we do righteousness.
There you go with that. And all right, and that's the show. Remember, love is good. Life is better. You better do something. It's going to make you last forever. My Part of Town podcast, Mr. C. Hope you guys keep watching. We're going to keep at it. I don't care if you like it or not. That's how we do it. One. We out of here. Ooh, should I put the closing logo up to close the show? Like on some closing brand, like a sign-off logo, like almost like when it did when the thing dropped. Where's it at? Ooh, let me hit the thing. Where's it at? Boom. We out of here. Peace, guys.